Hello, everyone. Welcome to the LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 54. Jessica sees nothing. This is the first LOCKBEARD Phenomena after we passed a full year. So we're a year in. Well, 6 days ago we were a year in. Which was, I think it was the 17th. It was July 17th last year. Today is Saturday, July 23rd, 2022. 6 p.m. normal time for LOCKBEARD Phenomena. You guys are seeing a lot of bee activity. Do not be alarmed. If you know anything about how bees operate, one bee finds like some nectar or some water or salt or something that they want and need, goes back to the hive, tells other bees, hey, I found some shit over here, come help me get it. And so other bees come back with them. Well, one bee come here and found my water cup, and as you can see, there's a bee right there. I stuffed this napkin in the top because the opening's too big and the water comes out. Anyway, it gets wet and the bees are drinking off of it. So anyway, so that's what all this activity is. And unfortunately, one of the girls just flew in the fan. See who's here. Temperature's kind of high. As y'all know, my computer's been not being too cooperative when the temperature's high, but it's not too bad. So we ought to be okay. Or good enough, anyway. Good enough to do this. The first people that got in here, Danny, Mr. Lee, Neon Moon, Angel Nolan, welcome to all y'all. Sandra Piper, welcome. Ernie Roberg, welcome. He says, good evening all from hot Maryland. It's official name of hot Maryland. How hot is it in Maryland? He says 92. It's 99 here right now, which is kind of nice for this time of day, considering we've been over 100 the last, I don't know, for a while. Getting up to like 107, I think, has been the hottest. See if I can get comments to pop up. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Lee, for doing that conversion. Let's see. So, well, this is going to be interesting, Danny says. Yeah, look, some people are going to feel like I'm being an asshole, I'm being mean, I'm being, some people say, oh, the Bigfooter's worst enemy is another Bigfooter. No. Your worst enemy is yourself if you allow people to just spread bullshit without proving anything. And I think anyone that's been watching it, I've been hearing about this. It's like a few months old now. This newer show. It's apparently going on 2 different channels, which is kind of, I think, that's starting to be a little bit of an issue for the TV guy, because if a show turns up on 2 separate channels, should I take out the entry for one of the channels and only have the show represented once? Where's My Sage is another one like it. It's on the Where's My Sage channel like it always has been, but it's now on Tactical Bigfoot channel 2. So I got it on the TV guide twice as a result, but I'm kind of wondering if it shouldn't be. Bigfoot Michigan Rob's another one. It's on both Texas Front Porch and Bigfoot Michigan Rob. So I'm wondering if I should take one of them out. Maybe keep Bigfoot Michigan Rob and Jessica's channel on the listing for those particular shows, and take those shows off of Texas entry because he's still got 2 other shows. So Texas channel will still be there too. Someone brought up, about promoting channels that I do not recommend. And like I've always said about this, as soon as I made it public, I felt like I kind of had a responsibility to be non-biased about it. Not to. I mean, I might say, hey, there's this channel's on. It's listed here. I don't recommend it though. I can say that, but I'll still list it. I feel like that's more than fair. All you have to say about that, says Danny. This kind of days. Life is a trackway. Welcome. Mr. Lee says, Dan, Tom Cruise says he's going to kick your ass. Yeah, I saw Tom Cruise has been commenting lately on, he's been making comments. What's up with that, Mr. Lee? Sanders says, Ernie, yes, just a do nothing day. We all need all those. Deb the Web, welcome to the chat, Deb the Web. B. Lynn, welcome. Grasshopper. He says, okay, who dragged me into this one? Oh, nobody dragged you here. Nobody dragged you here. Nobody. You don't have to watch the shit show. B-Lynn says, Lockbeard praying you're staying cool. It's 99 degrees on my east coast near. Yeah, it's 99 here too. I'm fine. The computer bitches a little bit about 99 degrees, but I'm fine. Chessboard's here. Welcome. Raptor Crazy's here. Welcome. Grasshopper, as he always says, he says, afternoon, all you cray crypto weirdos. All use crypto. Patty Troy's here. Welcome. Welcome, Patty Troy. On the 1 year, yeah, we're 1 year in. 1 year in. Life says, first time I've heard Lockbeard's entrance, I was expecting something more Vaderish. No Vader. No Vader. I'm skimming over trying to catch up in chat. I think I'm way behind. Of course, StreamYard likes to blink out on you, then you don't know where you're at. Yep. Yep. I don't know how many. The most I've seen at one time is 4, which means there's probably 6 or 8 of them coming in here. Oh, it doesn't help. There's some salt water sitting right by the hives. I got that out there today because they like to go for sweat and stuff, but I finally put that out today. There's water over here that's about the same distance from the hives as I am. They should very well know it's there, but for whatever reason, every day when I pull back in over here, at least one bee comes in here and checks some shit out. And it could be because the damn thing smells like sugar. I mean, you see right there, that's a big 25-pound bag of sugar sitting on top of another big 25-pound bag of sugar. There's a lot of sugar in this. And then, and this right here, that blue, that's a lid to a small hive. And you can see it's got a bottle stuck in it, so that's for feeding them through the lid. Pretty cool little invention somebody made. Sasquatch Wizard and Darned X. Welcome. He says, good afternoon, Lockbeard and the BBF. Jen's here. Welcome. Chessboard's here. Welcome. LM. Hello, Lockbeard, everyone. I'll listen in when I can. Just haven't chatted. Awesome. Welcome, LM. That's why I try to, like, when, like, a lot of people may wonder, like, you know, because the way I read comments, I'm trying to make it listener friendly, so that I probably don't do the best job at it, but so that you kind of know, like, it's not me saying this thing, like LM says, you know, or LM writes. I probably should say writes. LM writes, hello, Lockbeard, everyone. I listen when I can. I haven't chatted. Welcome, LM. First time I've seen you in the chat. Thanks for coming. Uncle Bones is here. Welcome. Danny Stanton says his worst enemy is his mouth. Neil Moon says, no, you just keep it real, Lockbeard. I'm trying. How far behind am I in chat? It has gone nuts. Danny Stanton says only should be on the guide for the channel broadcasting it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I think, because, like, I can send I can, when I live stream with StreamYards, I can send it to multiple channels. So I assume that's what they're doing. And it would be the most sensible thing to do, you know, because you don't have to do anything. It just instantly goes to every channel. I think that's probably what they're doing. If they're not doing that, I suggest that they do that, because it'll make life easier on them. But you know, if they're uploading it to the other channel later, that's just you can save a lot of time. Just tell StreamYard to send it to both at the same time, and it will. You might, well, being someone else's account though, you might have to do some trickery there. I don't know, but I can put as many YouTube, you know, because I got multiple YouTube accounts on there. So, Grasshopper says, I was going to step out for a smoke before I got this prompt. I'll be back in a bit. Be right back. Stuff like that here, there. Yeah, you'll probably be done smoking by the time we actually get into the. You know, they're not hauling me. I'm not going to get too nuts on her. I'm not going to get too crazy on her. Here, I'll throw her picture up. Miss Lee says, up to the pizza to decide what channel they like to watch. Just saying. Yeah, that's what my figure. Y'all decide what you want to watch. I will freely share it, because remember, I made it for myself originally. There were not 90 plus shows on there. I kind of had just kind of what I was interested in, and like Bigfoot Odyssey was on there originally until I got fed up with Bigfoot Odyssey bullshit, and I took it off. But then when I started sharing it with people, I put it back on, because I knew, like, a lot of y'all still watch Bullshit Odyssey. You come here and watch me call it Bullshit Odyssey, and then you go watch Bullshit Odyssey. Hey, it's your business. In fact, they should probably thank me. I probably remind you people that it exists sometimes, and you go watch it. Like, oh shit, he mentioned Bullshit Odyssey. I forgot they're on tonight. Holy shit. Tom Cruise been bugging you all day. Life says, I overlooked Tom Cruise too much, and I apologize, but in my defense, I'm 2 inches taller. He's supposed to be a little bit short. True people like what they want. Yeah. Danny says, hey, Lockbeard, in response to the baby picture thing, I demand you show my video up on this channel, Mr. Lee Family Reunion. Play it now. Be fair. Hold on. Well, hold on. I'm so far behind on the chat. We'll do that. We'll do this at some point. You got a video, like everyone. if we don't do this tonight, like we might do it sometime, or just go if it's on Danny Stanton's channel. Y'all should be going over to Danny Stanton's channel anyway, at least every so often. Go check that video out. Raptor says, hello, Jen, doing good. Congrats 1 year. I must be way behind in chat. Hit the thumbs up, chessboard. Tom Cruise is here. Tom Cruise. Welcome, Tom Cruise. I got a lot of bees hanging out. I'll share with them. It's all right. Mr. Hughes here. Welcome. Tom, don't creep up on me like that, man. That's your man, Mr. Lee. B. Lynn says, Lockbeard, just stay cool. Found out the hard way, of course, heat can be dangerous. Yeah, it can be. Mr. Lee's your wingman, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise says, Mr. Lee, you know you're my wingman, though. Mr. Lee writes, Tom, can't I just have one night off? Jen says, Tom Cruise, quit jumping on Mr. Lee's couch. Sit down, man. Mr. Lee says, so Lockbeard, can you explain remote viewing? Remote viewing's where you use psychic power to see something somewhere else in space and time, somewhere else, just a place that you haven't been physically, or maybe you have been there physically. I mean, but what matters is that's not where you are right now, and you're able to view it right now with remote viewing. I think it's a real thing. However, can all these people do it? Can she actually remote view? See the lowdown, says Danny. Neon Moon learned the hard way. You got a heat stroke at some point, B-Lynn. Or Neon Moon, I'm sorry. She's talking to B-Lynn. Ocean, let's see, I see Drake Seas here. Welcome. Ocean Pond is a new one. Jumping on. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the chat, Ocean Pond. You like the picture behind her? You like the skull thing? Danny says, playing favorites, he is you, Scallywag. You show that goof stupid hate picture, but don't show me a response. Dastardly it is. Well, I would, but I'm having, I think I'm almost caught up in chat, but dude, we're like 20 minutes in. We haven't touched anything we're doing tonight yet. Because remember, we showed that like towards the end of the show that when we did get time. Maybe we will. Life says, hey, let's get Mr. Lee and Tom Cruise on show, Lockbeard. We'll call it the Danger Zone. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Okay. It looks like I'm caught up in chat. I don't see any evidence that she is the real deal, Mr. Lee. So let me see here. I'm trying to figure out how it'd be easiest to talk about that. I was not able to watch. Well, I was not able to watch all episodes of her show. I watched some of them. It's kind of hard to take in. So let me get this where y'all can see it fairly well. This is on her channel. I mean, you can also see those shows listed on the Texas Front Porch channel. But this is on her channel. The Cryptid Huntress, because she clearly can go out and just slay some shit. All right, so they talked about I think this is the first one. It looks like this is the first one she did about 3 months ago. Remote viewed the Yachtlof Pass. I don't know if y'all watched this stuff. So if you remember, it's where some people they died, and it seemed like it was strange circumstances and strange accounts. The Bell Witch. She remote viewed that. The Beast of LBL. She remote viewed that. There is a common thread to all this shit. Modern day pterosaurs. She remote viewed that. Well, she remote viewed that, and of course, well, her co-host, as you know, Champions. Well, for this episode, he was co-host. Champion. He's looking for any kind of confirmation bias of young Earth. He thinks that pterosaurs being alive would somehow prove the Earth is young, which is a ridiculous idea. Absolutely ridiculous. Crocodilians survived, turtles survived, and have changed very little in the millions of years since, because they had very good designs and were able to, still find those niches throughout that time, and where their evolutionary design works. So they haven't changed a whole lot in that time. They have survived. If pterosaurs have survived too, if they're just a similar case of crocodilians and turtles, right? They're not chickens, which Joe was talking about chickens the other day. Chickens are basically a type of dinosaur that survived the extinction event and was forced to change a lot since then, to where a lot of people might not recognize them as a dinosaur at this point. They've changed so much. So, but anyway, and it was funny because there was a point in the episode with the pterosaurs where you see him there, Jason, of course, where she mentions millions of years, and you could almost see the little fuses popping behind his eyes. He can't deal with it. The Mystery of Port Lockhart, Alaska. So, I watched all those. I haven't watched all these since, except for I watched The Giant of Kandahar. And the one, was it last night or night before? The Apollo 11 moon landing. Okay, so what she does is she researches the incident. She then remote views the target, and then they do this show, and she gives you a little bit of history on it, and then she basically tells you kind of what you expect to hear. There might be some tweak here or there, but nothing too far off the mark of what you are expecting to hear. And everything she's remote viewing is something that you cannot hope to possibly check the facts on. There's no way you can go check and make sure her claims about Apollo 11 are true or not. Which her only real claim is that we actually went to the moon. And she was making excuses about how I can't, it's off limits. I can't tell. I was reminded that I can't tell you, blah, 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 blah. But you can look at all my data from my remote viewing incident if you go to my Patreon. Okay. Kind of like if you want to see all Mark Zasky's pictures of shadows and bushes that he claims are Bigfoot, you got to go pay for those too, right? So she won't remote, because I saw the Batmom asked her at some point in one of the earlier shows if she would remote view something for just anybody, and she said no, it takes so much out of me, blah blah blah. Oh, convenient fucking excuse. Jessica, if you want people to believe that you are remote viewing, you're going to have to prove to some people. That's why I put in a thumbnail. There is an item, and I have marked it LOCKBEARD -1. So you got the indicator of what it is. If you can remote view that, I will tell people right here that you did it. You tell me what that object is and tell me some things about it. Do you want to know the location too, or is that good enough? I thought that was good enough. All I gotta do is give you some kind of coordinates, right, or some kind of indicator of it. The object is it's marked with a paint. I used a paint pen. I use the same paint pen we used to mark queen bees with. It uses it's yellow paint. I'll even give you that much. It's marked in yellow paint. It says on the object, LOCKBEARD -1. Remote view that, and then maybe we can talk. I will tell people right here you were able to do it, but because you pulled this goofiness on here, and you tell people, you give people excuses why you can't do this and that, it takes too much. Okay, and then you remote. You see, my thing about the moon is I think she knows that a lot of facts about the moon are about to come out. Like there's things that, because very quickly the space programs, like private space programs, is about to get pretty wild, and I think she's aware of that and afraid to make too many claims about that, because if she says anything that's too specific and it gets shown to be incorrect, it's gonna threaten her legitimacy. Um, within just years, and she can't have that because she wants to ride this gravy train of being a psychic and a remote viewer for many years to come. Right? She probably wants to be 90 years old and still looking in the crystal balls and shit. I'm sorry. Look. These people say, "Oh, you're the worst enemy of cryptid people." And no, I'm trying to make. I am the best friend the cryptid community has, because I will tackle. Like, a lot of people might want to play nice, but I'll tackle this. She's not. She hasn't proven she's done shit, and I'm giving her an opportunity to. I am. But she's over there on a channel that we have identified as a bullshit channel. Like, she's saying there's giants, there's fucking dogmen, there's aliens of all kinds, there's reptilians. I mean, all this crazy shit. She's playing into every fucking fantasy people have out there and providing dick for proof. Dick. Fuck all. Precisely nothing. Nothing. Other than I said so, I remote viewed it, blah, blah, blah. No. And then when someone like that mom asks a fucking good question, will you remote view for some viewers and stuff? And she comes up with this excuse, oh no, I don't do that. Oh no, I can't fucking do that. I can't actually prove shit. I'm getting a little sick of this shit. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little sick of this shit. If you're not willing, you're going to say, well, I don't deal with you people like that. I'm not going to justify that with a response or whatever kind of bullshit, indignant bullshit you got. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of it. If you're legit, just goddamn prove it. Just goddamn prove it. What's the problem? You say you're a remote viewer. Remote view the object. The number that I gave. Well, it's a word and a number. LOCKBEARD -1. It's written on it. It's on the thumbnail. The number is. The challenge is there. Remote view it, Jessica. Do it. Because right now, it's looking like another bullshit show on Texas front porch. And that's it. That's it. So chat has been flying. So I'm going to try and catch up with some chat here. Crazy guys. I might have been a little selective of where I paused the video to show that. I apologize for that. I apologize. I could have come up with something a little more flattering. Chessport says, "Lockbeard, are you feeling better today?" I feel fine, man. I just didn't feel like live streaming. I was tired. It was just yeah. B Land said Neon almost had heat exhaustion several times working in a warehouse with no air conditioning, plus several other times in life. Yeah, heat exhaustion can screw you up for life. So you want to be careful about that. Where is Donald? He likes this remote viewing stuff. Yeah, Mr. Lee, I saw him in the chat for that last episode they had, and so I know he was there. And actually, I wasn't really planning on doing this subject for tonight, but he suggested it. So hopefully he rolls in here at some point, and I'm sure he'll watch the replay. Don't forget the horseshoe crab. Yeah, the horseshoe crab, the coelacanth. People always bring up the coelacanth, right? There's a lot of creatures that have survived relatively unchanged. They have changed. The crocodilians aren't exactly the same as they were back in the time of the dinosaurs. Neither are the turtles. In both cases, these animals are a little bit smaller now. Back then, things had to be bigger to deal with the big, freaking ferocious creatures that were in the world back then. So, but since it's not necessary, they've gotten smaller. But they're basically the same body plan. Angel Nolan says remote views things that are known. Well, yeah, I mean, we don't know, but and there's no way for us to confirm. Like, we can't confirm what exactly happened with the LBL thing, right? We can't confirm that. We got stories. That's it. People could be lying. They could be mistaken. They could have been hoaxed. They could have hallucinated. They could have just completely gone fucking nuts. There's a lot of different things that could have gone wrong to cause this story that we have. And so, but she just told basically the story that we want to hear. Like, I think she said that there was two, dogman type creatures, blah, 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 and various claims that everybody's heard. She told us nothing that we haven't heard before. And she told us nothing that can help us confirm anything's true about the stories. There's nothing. B Land says, Neon, I'm getting a second air conditioner soon. One apparently isn't enough for my home. I gave away a spare to a household last year that had none. I'm checking on neighbors these hot days. Just stay in the shade, jump in the lake. That's what I've been doing, jumping in the lake. Dangerous heat exhaustion. Nona Boss, welcome to the chat. The Nona Boss Continuum. It's one of the newer shows that's listed on the TV guide. Beelan says, Sander, it sure was scary. I was younger in incredible shape too. Now I'd probably collapse. Life says, I know someone that had a remote viewer do their their Bigfoot area. JCL maybe. I don't know what JCL is. Now that I think about it, he kind of disappeared. The remote viewer or the someone who had the remote viewer view their area. Raptor says, question, was this the girl that debated with Pat Squash Talk on that Flat Earth channel? She looks familiar. I don't think so. I don't think she's a flat earther, though. Troy, I mean, she could be. Troy says, in other words, it's only an embellished opinion. Yeah, basically. Neon says, Beeland, I was working in the yard. Ambulance came and got me, kept me a couple days. Never happened before. Skimming over, trying to catch up in chat here. There's a lot of chats. I see Jen talking to Trackway about who? JCL maybe. Who's JCL? Am I missing something? Trackway, I've seen him around in the chats. Don't think he's doing much with his channel, says Jen. I must not be making a connection with the letters there. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, how does Jessica Flame? Wait a minute, what now? How does Jessica Flame to do it? You mean claim? Does she go into some kind of trance or what? I don't understand. I haven't actually seen her discuss her process, but usually they'll say, yeah, you got to kind of focus, and you kind of do. That's usually kind of what they describe. And then supposedly your mind can connect to any other point in space and time and see things and view things. Maybe not perfectly. Maybe the image is fuzzy, because you're not really supposed to see anything but what's, right in front of you, right? So yeah, but I haven't seen her discuss her particular process. It's probably something similar, though. The foam mattress. What? Life? What? Claim. I kind of figured that's what you meant. Mr. Lee. Danny says she just Twitter thinged out anal beads. What? I don't know what you're talking about there, man. Beelan says another big hello to chat friends I missed earlier. I'm leaving chat to go fix dinner and check on neighbors. Talk to you later. Please stay cool. Check on others to be sure they are cool and safe. Thank you, Beelan. We'll see you. We'll see you later. Mr. Lee thinks that Dan knows all about anal beads, apparently. Chessboard says, Mr. Lee, my drone does a great job of remote viewing. Well, that would be technological remote viewing. By all accounts, not as good as the psychic remote viewing, which will allow you to go back in time and view things in the past or go into the future and see things in the future. B. Lynn says, Neon, oh wow, that was serious. Yep, it can happen to us anytime, anywhere. So grateful you're okay. Tall One says, I wonder why she's doing that. You wonder why she's doing what exactly? Welcome to the chat, by the way, Brent. Chessboard in your back garden, Mr. Lee? Danny says a little short, bald London leather boy named Lee, a girl's name. That's my bloody sister's name. Damn. Life says, sounds like she may read a bit of Hollow Earth. Well, did you get that because you've been watching her? Because she talked about some Hollow Earth stuff. Maybe not like the whole damn spear is hollow. Like I say, the moon probably is. Hey, but I think I provided some pretty good bits of evidence for that. The Earth, on the other hand, is not like a hollow like that. Now there may be a lot of cavern systems, so maybe that's what she's maybe that's what she's thinking, just big cavern systems, because there is a lot of space underground. You would be surprised. It's pretty damn porous, the surface of the Earth. But so I don't know to what extent she takes the Hollow Earth stuff. Mr. Lee says, Dan, actually my real name is Napoleon. I'm 6'1". Tall One says the answer is 42. Always is. Howdy, everybody. The meaning of the universe, the meaning of life, or whatever. Mr. Lee wears leather, apparently. Raptor says, relax, Lockbeard. She's doing it for the money, like carrying other channels on YouTube. Yeah, but they're also muddying the water. Sick of people muddying the water. How many I got now? I got 6 bees. This is getting a little out of control. It'll be all right. Mr. Lee says, Brent, that's the answer to life in the universe and everything, man. Danny says, sorry, Lee, you're a big, tall, bald-headed goof looking like a Freddie Mercury clone in black leather and studs. What the hell? You prefer the Monty Python meaning of life? Says life is a trackway. Mr. Lee says, Raps are crazy. How you make money from that, though? Mr. Lee asks, what happened to Ben T? Haven't seen him around. You scared him off, Lockbeard. Well, good. He was spouting a bunch of bullshit, and he needed to be run off. He can go right over to fucking Bullshit Odyssey, Hidden Exaggeration, fucking, all the dark sewage side of things, and talk to them. The whole bullshit side of things. Oh, thankfully, like when I went, I haven't checked on Dogman Cam's channel in a long time. I went and checked, and thankfully they haven't been doing a regular live stream over there for a while. So that means I can take that tainted name off the TV guide. Emphasis on the taint. Oh shoot. I'm skimming along, trying to catch up in chat. Ocean Pond says clairvoyance or remote viewing is circus sideshow stuff because it never stands up to scrutiny. Yeah, I hope that's not true forever. I like the other picture you saw in the thumbnail is Ingo Swann. I'm not sure what I think about his story, but he could very well be completely full of shit. But part of his story. Well, let me. I guess we can stop looking at Jessica's channel. I'll pull up this is a young Ingo Swann picture of him. Boom. Anyway, he claimed one of the claims he made was that government officials of some kind asked him to remote view the moon, and that when he got there, he saw people that were very much like us. Now he thought they were aliens, but I think he's wrong on that. I think they're human, not like government official humans, like humans that are descendants of the ancient civilization that probably built the moon. Before, many thousands of years ago, before it got bombarded with so many asteroids that it's covered in dirt and rocks now, right? But anyway, he said that as he was remote viewing, because when you're remote viewing, you're physically here, you're not there, you're psychically viewing. Well, they apparently, the people there could sense him, and when he told the government handler, this is all according to him, when he told the government handler that, hey, they see me, the handler said, you need to come back now, so when he did, he told that guy, the handler, he said, you already knew they were psychic, didn't you? And the handler said, this experiment is over, go home. he had signed a non-disclosure agreement and stuff like that. According to him, this is his story. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't see how remote viewing is not possible within the realm of scientific explanation. Now that may be hard for a lot of people to understand because most people understand science from a mainstream science perspective, which is wrong on some stuff. It's wrong on some stuff. Or from a spiritual or religious or mystical type of point of view, which is, also, that would allow them to believe in remote viewing without having to have a scientific explanation. Well, that's not the right way to come at stuff either. You need to understand why the spiritual realm and spiritual things. I use the word spiritual because I don't have another word for it. There needs to be a better word. Spiritual has a connotation of this mystical universe of spirits and blah, blah. And the spirits are real, but they're not. It's not a magic world. It's a scientifically explainable world. It's just way too much shit to cover here at all, y'all. Your fucking eyes roll back in your head, and you'll tell me to fuck off. But anyway, the point is, I don't see how remote viewing is not within the realm of possibility within the real science, But it's just I haven't seen anyone actually prove it, and I've been trying to give people an opportunity to prove it. Jessica now has an opportunity to prove it right now. I have designated the object Lockbeard-1. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah. Life says being hypothermic myself, Mr. Lee, hypothermic. In of all times, July, I slept on ground unprotected overnight. About killed me. Tall Ones is grocery shopping and he is listening. Life says I've never seen this woman you're speaking of, Lockbeard, until this show. Yeah, she's Jessica Jones, assuming that's her real name. She has a show on what's on her channel, and it's on Texas Front Porch channel, and the show is called Remote Viewing Investigations, and her channel is called The Cryptid Huntress. You'll see it's on the TV guide now, and anyway, I'm sure you may want to, because I've been hearing complaints about her, and I finally watched one of the shows, the most recent one, live, most of it live. Like I think 95% of it I listened to live, and then I watched some of the older ones as well to try and make sure my assessment from that one was correct, and it was. Yeah. So she doesn't tell you anything that proves shit. She just tells you basically the story you're expecting for the most part. She recognizes that there are multiple perspectives, like the Apollo 11 thing. She was kind of apologized, like she's sorry, because she knows a lot of people don't believe the moon landing actually happened, and she said it actually happened, and so yeah. I mean, she's not telling anybody anything groundbreaking or Hey, leather is fun, says Brent. Danny says, don't look in the mirror and say Lockbeard 3 times, whatever you do. Yeah, that might be bad. Life says, Sandra, 6 people crossed with cup of coffee and they had me parked in front of a diesel heater to bring my core temperature up. Mr. Lee, you just did it and nothing happened? Yeah. Don't worry, Lockbeard isn't going to show up behind you. Truckway says, we was in the woods of Michigan when it happened. Grasshopper says, I have to agree that leather is fun, not saying why. Danny says, it was a Candyman joke with all the bees and all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the bees just keep on coming. They're going to be coming until sun goes down. Sanders says to life, I warned Jay Fritz, no sleeping on the ground on our camping trip. And it's just weird to me. It must be cold. Like if it's summertime, sleeping on the ground ain't gonna do shit to me. To make me cold. It's hard. It's hard for me to get cold. For the most part, like compared to other people. Grasshopper says, "Come back in from a smoke and don't know what's going on." Yeah, I'm not sure we even know Grasshopper. Mr. Lee says, Dan, original Candyman I liked. Remake rubbish. He didn't miss everything, I don't think, Mr. Lee. Grasshopper says, that guy's got the narcissistic Jesus syndrome thing going on. Who's that? Who's that? Grasshopper says, Lee, I always miss this stuff, even when I'm here. It's going to freeze. Chessboard. Talking about your hypothermia, isn't it? Grasshopper says remote viewing can be good if you can get rid of the probable universe parallel stuff that creates mistakes. Yeah, but I don't believe there's any parallel universe. There are unseen levels, because everything's frequency, and you only perceive within a narrow range of frequencies, and some of those frequencies, um, uh, uh, you can detect with your eyes, right? So you can see light. You don't necessarily, it's not, you can't really touch it, because other things you can touch, right? You can touch physical objects. They're no different than light, though. It's just high. It's just a higher energy. It's just higher energy. Everything is. It's how much energy. How much. What's the frequency? What's the vibration? Everything. And so you can only perceive within certain realm, and certain senses are able to interact with different ones. Those, um, and of course we know that certain animals can perceive, beyond what we can, like infrared and stuff like that. We've been able to invent technology to see a little bit beyond what we were able to see. But anyway, we're only perceiving things with all of our senses and technology within this tiny little realm of what's actually out there, right? There is shit all up in there, man. And so some people might think, because I know the mainstream scientists said, oh well, because they misinterpret their shit. That the only thing they can figure is there must be multiple universes, infinite universes, even. It's because they don't understand what they're looking at. If they understood what they were looking at, and they'd understand that there's not a multiverse like fucking Doctor Strange, right? There's not a multiverse. What there is a far more. I don't want to call it complex. It's just goddamn infinite. The universe. It's just so goddamn infinite. Cosmic Kitty's death team says, utter freak beard. I saw your show, a little stream about me, you freak. Total weirdo. So either this is the real Cosmic Kitty pretending to be one of her trolls that's pretending to be her, or whatever. There's some bullshit going on there. Ignore that. Yeah, Raptor, don't even worry about that. Mr. Lee says, life is a trackway. I came on a motorcycle, landed in a ditch, broken arm, passed out for hours, hypothermia, steel pin replacement, nightmare day, man. Life says, I've been in some cold places and slept out in negative temps. The night when I got hypothermic, I let my anger at a bad situation overrule my training. Yeah, Mr. Lee. I know. The tall one says, I wonder if she saw this coming. Yeah, really. Do the psychic see it coming? Cosmic Kitty. Now, is this the real Cosmic Kitty? Because the font is wrong. The font is wrong. Cosmic Kitty says, Raptor crazy, I'm here to take down you troll scum. You are all bum boys. And again, I don't know what you're taking down. We forgot about you like how many weeks ago? It's been a couple of weeks. We forgot about you, because we still haven't figured out exactly what's going on. We don't know if you are, a troll of Cosmic Kitty and that she's really suffering a bunch of trolling, or if she creates the trolls to get people to feel sorry for her and to come look at her live stream just out of morbid curiosity or some bullshit and watch a goddamn train wreck. I don't know, but I'm over it. I can't see how I can figure out which is right. So you can come and mouth off, I guess, but our give a shit is like really fucking low. Whoever you are, because you're trolling us right now. Let's just be clear. We're not over at Cosmic Kitty's live stream or at the trolls of Cosmic Kitty's channels trolling them. We are here doing our own thing, and you guys came here, so you are the troll. Period. By any legit definition. So Donald says, "Hey Lockbeard, you watched more of that fluff than I did last night." Hey Donald, about time. Welcome to the chat. An old jerk off. Okay. And Mr. Lee says, Cosmic Kitty is back. Yippee. Cosmic Kitty says, no girlfriend, no wife, just you, internet friends, pathetic, whatever, Cosmic Kitty. Chessboard says, life is a trackway. Yep, we make mistakes and it will get killed. Lessons learned. Donald missed everything. Mr. Lee always says, you missed everything. Cosmic Kitty says, you need a shave, old man. No, I don't. I am trying to grow my beard all the way back out and put my dreadlock back in. Because originally I just had the one, and then I'll put in some more. Actually, whenever I get out of the lake, the damn thing about turns into dreadlocks. It didn't do really good just today, but anyway, no, I'm not fucking shaving. Whoever you are, you dumb fuck. Uncle Bone says, Donald Fuller, haha, your girlfriend Cosmic Kitty is here for you. Yeah, whatever, Cosmic Kitty. That seems you like. I got you. Seems like a hater. Big man when I'm not around. Your little videos are pathetic. You're not a big man. You're small. Okay, whatever. I wasn't attacking Cosmic Kitty. I was trying to figure out, is Cosmic Kitty really the victim of a bunch of trolling by people pretending to be her, with this? Because that's not the same font. Or is she creating the troll accounts herself to make it look like she's getting trolled mercilessly to get people to feel sorry for her? Either way, whoever this is a goddamn troll, and nobody really gives a shit what you think. Mr. Lee says, Cosmic Kitty, why you have such anger? Because if Cosmic Kitty is getting trolled mercilessly, I'm like, I'll be there. I'm here to defend. Say, hey, stop being douchebags. She doesn't seem to look. She looks like she's, just a nice lady, just trying to play some fucking games. Ernie says, how can she remote view things in the past? Well, that's where things get a little squirrely. I'm not really sure. You shouldn't be able to travel back in time, at least physically. Viewing things from the past, I would think would work out okay, because you don't actually physically interact with anything, right? You're just viewing something. The problem is in experiments, sometimes the observation affects the outcome of the experiment. So that gets us back to, well, would remote viewing thus then constitute adequate observation to affect things? And I don't know. I really don't know about that. Donald says, Lockbeard, are you coming to the conclusion she is full of crap? Yeah, I mean, I don't know when you rolled in, but I have designated an object as a target for her to remote view and prove. And I will say, if she remote views the object accurately enough that I'm satisfied, I'll say right here, that she did it. But so far, this looks like she studies up on the story and basically tells you that she remote viewed roughly what you're expecting to hear, right? And she tells you what anyone else fucking knows. She tells us nothing that nobody knows, or if it is something that nobody knows, it's nothing that you can confirm. Like, there's no way you can confirm these things, which is a perfect bullshit story to have, right? If you're going to tell bullshit stories, it needs to be something that nobody can fact check. And that's what all this shit is. That's why she only remote views this stuff, right? It's because you can't really fact check this shit. You can't. So she's protected. Her lies are protected. So she needs to fucking remote view some real shit and stop saying, well, it takes a lot out of me. I don't do. No. Remote view some real shit or get the fuck out. Prove your shit. Prove it. Like, you're telling it, you're expecting us to believe your remote viewing is bullshit without proving that the remote viewing works in the first place. You kind of got to prove the goddamn remote viewing works in the first place before you expect us to believe your remote viewing all this mystical bullshit. Visitor. Cosmic Kitty's still here. So this man Lockbeard is against women, so I will show you what a woman can do. I'm not against women. I was actually ready to defend Cosmic Kitty if she was being trolled. So you're probably not Cosmic Kitty, or if you are, you're sadly pretending to be your own trolls, which is really fucking sad, Cosmic Kitty. If that's true. I don't know that that's true. We don't know. Grasshopper says people put numbers on vibrational levels, but they're infinite compared to what we are here. Yeah. You can't really well, one thing that Ken always says is you can't quantify a field, which is true. Like, you can measure certain things in regards to this magnet over here, the field around it, but you can't quantify it. And the universe is made up of a whole infinite bunch of fields and shit, and you can't quantify the goddamn universe. You just can't. It's not quantifiable. um, uh, Brent says it's a party night. Drink them if you got them. Chessboard says Raptor crazy. 10-4 ignorant spoos what we don't know. Try some catnip, says Deb of the Web. Yeah, we got a troll in here. Either that's not the real Cosmic Kitty, that's her trolls, sent here to fuck with us. See, here's a theory, Deb of the Web. I don't know how familiar you are with the situation. What happened originally was someone came here pretending to be Cosmic Kitty and jumped in our chat just out of the blue and started trying to get us pissed off to go over there. So, I went over there. I went to check out and see what's going on. I ended up doing a live stream about it because there's either people pretending to be her, going into other people's chats to piss people off and get them to go to her chat to fuck with her, and so they're trying to get other people to harass her by acting like they are her, or she's pretending to be her own trolls because she's that starved for attention. I don't know which it is. All I know is the person in the chat here is a troll. That's just what they are. Danny says, I don't know what to make of the entire LBL stuff. Pat and some people say it didn't happen, but I saw a show today showing supposed redacted police reports on the case, and some people are remote view. I'm not sure what that last sentence concludes to. Mr. Lee says, Cosmic Kitty, I don't know how you come to that conclusion. Yeah, it's a troll, Mr. Lee. Ignore Cosmic Kitty. Just entertainment. You're a rent boy. What do you take kids to the library and read them? What the hell are you even talking about, you crazy person? Donald says she couldn't end that show quick enough last night. Yeah, it was pretty, it was maddening, right? Because she wants to, on one hand, say, oh, the government's bad for hiding this shit about us, but then she's helping them hide the shit. Just fucking tell us what you saw. Oh, but you can go to her Patreon and see all her data, right? All her shit she made up. Or maybe not even that. Maybe it's all her notes she wrote down from doing her Googling about the Apollo 11 conspiracy theories. And that's it. That's all it is. Like she didn't invent anything. She just wrote it down from other people's conspiracy theories, and then, picked the particular conspiracy theory she wanted to go along with, or whatever. She didn't go along with the idea that the landing never occurred. I'm glad she didn't go that route, because that would be batshit crazy. But yeah, plebs are here. Yeah. Hey, Ruthless, welcome. Do enjoy a good troll. They make the best squeak sounds. Yeah. Cosmic Kitty, Ruthless, you're Nancy. Cosmic Kitty, listen, whoever you are, it's not going to work. Nobody here is going to go over the Cosmic Kitty's chat and fuck with her. We know what's going on here. You're trying to get us pissed off and get us to go over to Cosmic Kitty's channel to fuck with her. Now, whether you are actually her or someone just pretending to be her really doesn't matter. The point is we're not going to do it. So you're wasting your goddamn time. You're a stupid fuck troll, and that's it. So you're not even a good one. Ocean Pond says consciousness is the concept that is preferred nowadays. Yeah, consciousness It is the vibration, right? It is the interconnectivity, infinite interconnectivity of every point in the universe. In effect, a massive, infinite neural network, a mind. The entire thing is one big mind, and we're all a piece of it. Cosmic says, "I saw you gay voice stream about me." Oh, whatever. Ruthless says, "Cosmic Kitty, available. Anusol is available over the counter." Tall One says, "I was contacted by a couple of remote viewers during a search for a missing lady in 2018. They wanted us to search in completely different areas, far away from search area and impossible to get to." Huh. So, why was it impossible to get to? Actually, says Ocean Pond. There is some truth in that. Yes. Ruthless says, "Cosmic Kitty, I chew idiots like you on YouTube and spit you out." Yeah. Hey, Ruthless. You feel free to, like, tackle the fuck out of Cosmic Kitty all you want. This person, this is a goddamn troll. Is all this is. Nobody go to Cosmic Kitty's channel, because that's what this person's goal is, to get you pissed off and running over the Cosmic Kitty's channel. Don't do it. See, just dumb fuckery. But you're just a horrible troll, Cosmic Kitty. Whoever you are, I don't even know if you're the real one. Raptor says remote viewing is not real anyway. I don't know why everybody's going on about it. It's never been proven to be real. Well, what about the part where the government was studying it for a long time? A long time. Ruthless writes, Cosmic Kitty, any attention is good attention, eh? Needy much? Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps. We're not really sure. We're not really sure, Ruthless, which is the case. This could be literal trolls of an innocent woman in the UK, or that 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 woman is in so dire, desperate craving for attention that she's doing stuff like this to get people to come to her live stream. Ruthless says, "Step it up, Cosmic Kitty. Your game is weak as piss this week." Tall One says, "Cosmic Kitty, what's the thing about trolling the real Cosmic Kitty? Are they a good locale to follow? LOL cal to follow?" Pay no attention to kitty litter. Brian Chewy Go Hiking is here. He says, "Wow, what have I missed?" Well, I've thrown down a challenge for Jessica Jones to remote view an object that I have designated LOCKBEARD-1, to prove that she's not bullshitting us all. She's over there remote viewing things that we can't possibly fact check her viewing, right? Like, you want to, like, you can't, like, go, she can't tell me, well, what's in this cardboard box behind me, because there's a cardboard box behind me. Maybe if she can remote view, she can tell me, hey, I can see what's in the box, and I can confirm that, right? I can look in the box and say, yeah, that's what's in there. Well, you can't with any of this stuff she's remote viewing. You can't confirm shit. So she can just make up whatever bullshit she wants. And she will not remote view for the chat, right? That mom tried asking, and she said, no, I don't do it for personal, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, how convenient. You will not do any remote viewing that can be used to confirm whether or not you actually are able to do this shit. We're just supposed to believe you can do it and that you're remote viewing this shit. I say at this point, it looks like she's full of shit. Cosmic Kitty says, well, I'm live right now, so suck my big toe. See, this is what happened last time. So no, we're not going. We're not going. So you can fuck all the way off. Whoever you are. Ruthless says simple YouTube search would find that account. No, don't go look. Don't, Mister. No, Ruthless. Don't even. There's multiple accounts. It's a scam. They're trying to get you to go over there. Mr. Lee says, Brian, you missed everything, man. Donald Fuller says, anyone post anything about the Rimmer? I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. Mr. Lee, that word's starting to stick. No paddles. Mr. Lee says, Donald, they don't have internet connection there, though. Yeah, it's too bad. If they could have internet connection up there and then everybody's got shows, could make shows or do the thing, I don't even know what the fuck that means, Mr. Lee. Maybe you know some crazy shit. Life says viewing things from the past is called reading a history book. Awesome. Paul says you remote view things from the past by reading up about it first. Same thing there. Yeah. Ruthless says Lockie, the real Cosmic Kitty, is live now and being trolled. Well, again, we never did confirm that, right? Either this is someone trying to get people to go to her chat and fuck with her, or she's trying to get attention for herself. I don't know which one it is. So the best thing is just don't go over there. I don't care, Cosmic Kitty. I'm not going over there, moron. Cosmic, here's fake as fuck. Yeah, the font isn't even the same. You can see it's not her. I'm going to. I'm going. This is full of idiots. I'm going to continue with my live. You're not the person that's live. I don't think. I think you're someone else being a douchebag. Ruthless says, then why is your avatar different? Donald says, yeah, I came on the show last night when you posted that comment about the object. She started getting rattled at that point. Yeah, I was trying to play it cool. Like, I'm trying not to get, I wanted to be able to say a thing or two without getting fucking banned. I imagine if a certain person knew who I was, for sure they would have blocked me instantly, no matter what I say, even if I just said hi. Yeah, she claims to be remote viewing things in the past. Brian says it's awesomely being able to see true colors and what they actually do in mind. Yeah, that'd be perfect. If you've never told your story, Donald, then at least it wouldn't prove it to anybody else, right? But it would prove it to you. Yeah, he told his stories many times. Yeah. She don't do personal stories. Remember, she said that. Batmom asked, she said no, but she did Texas story because she can talk to Tex and get the whole story. Like she just. Tom Cruise says, "Hey, Cosmic Kitty, want to be my new Mission Impossible movie?" Yeah, don't even worry about that troll, Brian. Don't even worry about it. It's just that some dumb fuck from somewhere in the interwebs. Uh, Danny says, got to start getting ready for the show. 13 o'clock live night. 2 pink tabs and rum. Yeah. Well, either people mad at her, try to get people pissed at her to go to her chat and fuck with her for them, or she's doing her. We don't know, Raptor. Best thing is don't go over there. Don't go over there. I didn't see anything that interested me anyway. I mean, half the time when she's live, she's just sitting there, not even saying anything. Looking for 2 years for anything from law enforcement. The other phone died. Uncle Bone says Lockbeard Ruthless is in talking with her. She is British. Yeah, I know she is. Like, we did that live stream about her, but we never could confirm whether, which it was. Was she being trolled, or was she pretending to be the trolls to get sympathy? I don't know. Yeah, same, ditto, Mr. Lee. I know. Same accent. Yeah, probably so. I'm gonna have to just skip some stuff. Yeah, she's completely unrelated subject matter. Police reports on. I don't know. That's yeah, Raptor. We're not even. Yeah, see, this phrase here was said the last time. This same thing about breaking a baby's arm. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's like crazy. This is really this whole troll already happened. North Cascades called the American Alps. Redacted LBL police report. New night vision camera. Says trackway. Damn, we are hour and 24 minutes in. New clear. Donald says Daily Dan, I guess if I had relatives help me try to find any reports on it, and they couldn't come up with any. Yeah, Jessica Jones over on the Cryptid Huntress channel and on Texas Front Porch channel. Dead bear. The optics. Daily Dan says, so make a big deal of police report being 90% blacked out, and they had to go to court to get that much. Donald says to Trackway is a better remote viewer than, or you're saying Trackway is a better remote viewer than Jessica Jones. He was able to hit on some points in my experience. Yeah, if he's a remote viewer, feel free to remote view item designated Lockbeard -1. Mitchell Lee says, Trackway, can you come on Moog Show and tell me about it when you get it? Does this mean you're going to actually be the co-host, Mr. Lee? Raptor, do not go over to that channel. Just don't. Donald says, sounds like more BS we find on YouTube. No, not that Jessica Jones. And don't even worry about it, Dan. It's a troll. It's a straight up. We did a whole live stream talking about this a while back. I have a live stream on the random live called Trolling Cosmic Kitty. We're not sure if she's being trolled or if she's using fake accounts to make it look like she's being trolled to get people to feel sympathy for her or just to come to her live stream. I don't know. It could be either one. Either way, whoever's in the chat's troll is a troll. Jessica Rabbit. Jen says nothing burger, Danny. Hopefully, Ernie says let her remote view in the future. I don't even need her to do that. I need her to remote view right now in the presence the object that I've designated. If she does that, I will tell everybody, say, hey, apparently she can actually remote view some shit. Missed everything. Meredith is here. Welcome. Crew of misfits. Yeah, there's some misfits up in here, that's for sure. Mr. Lee says the trolls are kind of fun, though. Yeah. Well, we need a troll every so often, so that because Ruthless needs an outlet. He just does. He needs an outlet, and he can just totally tear into this troll, whoever this troll is, whoever the troll is. Fell off the wagon. Code Red Soda. Hit the like button. Always hit the like. Yes, hit it for Lockbeard. Should someone go get Ruthley? He's probably having fun. Well, hopefully he's not attacking her, because I don't know for a fact that it's her responsible. You know what I mean? So it's just better just not to go over there. It's ruthless. It was ruthless. You saw him in the chat earlier. Usually hit the like before shorting starts, so I don't forget. His shows are interesting, and so is chat. Looking for more info. He shouldn't have gone over there. Raptor says that Angel, I apologize. I did not know you left me a message until just now. I was over at Dingbat's channel looking at stuff, so some people are just trying to get money. That is all it is. Yeah, I told you don't go over there. Don't go over there. It's a troll. It's a scam. They're trying to get you to go over there. So they're saying, oh, don't go over there. Y'all suck. Don't go in my chat. Well, that's going to get people pissed off and want to go to the chat, right? Speak the devil. Yeah. Yeah, don't go over to Cosmic Kitty's channel. Jesus Christ. I won't even give her. The real Cosmic Kitty is getting trolled hard. Well, so it appears. I don't know that's the fact, though. She could be the one that created the fake accounts. You know what I mean? That's what some people are saying is going on. I don't know which story is true, though. It's such a clusterfuck mess. Who knows? All I know is the best thing to do is just don't go over there. And I mean, have fun tearing into that troll if it ever shows up in here again. But don't go over to Cosmic Kitty's channel. Raptor says that Angel, I got you. Yeah, she bumped her head on the curb. Jen says Uncle Bone's not saying she's not. But I'm not interested in looking. Lowrider, welcome to the chat. He says, when does the Justin Bieber club start? I don't know. Yeah, but we just don't know that for sure. You know what I mean? We don't know that for sure. Raptor says at Ruthless, what did you find out when you were there? I saw you left a couple of comments. Why did you guys even go over there? I told you that, look, it's a troll. It's a scam. They were trying to get you to go over there. Are those things? Yes, they are. Lowrider, the bees have discovered they can drink water off the top of my cup here. Like, I have to stuff this hole to keep it from spilling on me when I take a drink. Anyway, one bee found it and went and told some other bees, and now there's a bunch of fucking bees in here. Are you curious? I know, Ruthless, I know. So, now obviously, I had the thought, like, all right, this remote viewer, Jessica Jones, like, why can she remote view and not me? It must be that she had, what gives her her special ability? So I thought, well, maybe it's something she eats. So I watched and I watched for her to anytime at some point to mention what she eats that might give her her remote viewing powers. And she finally said something that might indicate what the fuck she eats that gives her remote viewing powers.
Look like a tasty teenage boy.
You heard it here, folks. Right out her
Look like a
lip.
tasty teenage boy. Look like a tasty teenage boy. Look like a tasty teenage boy.
That was too good to pass up. Case. Well, now, oh, of course, Ruthless. There's a lot of cat themology going on over there. Of course, Ruthless was going to go over there. Of course, I don't even know why I would be surprised. Tom Cruise says, "Did someone mention Justin Bieber?" Dan says, "Texas guest right now on Cryptic Chronicles new show. Is it on your list?" The Cryptic. Is it Chronicles or Oracles or? It looks like you got a combination there. Oh, man. But no, I don't think I got it on the list. I'll have to check it out sometime. Huh? Tasty teenage boys. Life? You hear?
Look like a tasty teenage boy. Look like a tasty teenage boy.
That's got to be what you got to eat to be a remote viewer. Tasty teenage boys. You saw it right there. Oh shit. I couldn't pass that up. Hit me up an email, check shortly. Icon, welcome to the chat. Oh shit. I might have to scour some more of the live stream to find some more cool clips that we can take out of context. The Cryptid Huntress. Yes. Mr. Lee says, I think I just puked. Admittedly, Life, that clip, I purposely used it out of context. Way the fuck out of context. I need you need Clorox for your eyes. Well, yeah, tasty teenage boys. That's what she needs. Mr. Lee, I don't know who your Tom Cruise character is in here. If it is the real Tom Cruise, he hasn't seen your little. Then I can't fight this feeling anymore. Of course, here's Donald. And I don't know who this is supposed to be for. Then I can't fight this feeling anymore. Come with some young man. Tom Cruise says, I can't fight my feelings anymore. Icon says, tasty teenage boy. So let me just jump into my time machine. All right. Should I tell y'all exactly what she was talking about for real, or do we just want to leave it alone and play that clip every so often just for fun? Um, so the pterosaur episode is of some pretty big interest to me, because I think it'd be extremely cool if there were a small surviving population of pterosaurs still alive. I think it's possible. Um, just really unlikely. And anyway, so she said they're there. She said they're out there. According to her remote viewing, she says they're out there. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's slightly possible. Icon says, Ruthless Hang On Mate was heading out for a camo when you reminded me. Life says, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Jumping off a cliff. Ruthless, you want the cat video? You talking about the cat video that I have shown before? Do you want? I thought you liked cats, but not like Mr. Plinkett. That video comes from Mr. Plinkett. Mr. Lee says, I was talking to some fellow the other day, reckons dinosaurs never existed. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people out there that they want to deny dinosaurs existed. It's crazy. It's like they never found a fossil. I've found so many damn fossils. It's stupid. And I've studied a lot of geology. It was my minor in college. Um, the fact is, if someone denies that dinosaurs ever existed, that person is kind of a dumb fuck. Sorry. They just are. They just are. You don't know how you smoke those things. Icon says, initially, I've heard a lot of that from the Bible thumpers. Yeah. Ruthless says, oh, Lockie, I'll send them to you if you want. I put music in them. Well, it takes it has to be a very special video to make. Like, I got a whole, I mean, I only have so much room, right? So I got to be very selective. But it was either this one from Mr. Plinkett or like some of his other stuff. Like, you think this is crude? Go watch Mr. Plinkett. Some people may not be able to watch some of his stuff. Like, sometimes it gets really, really bad.
I like to fuck my cat.
Shirley says, Icon, no. I couldn't be bothered to engage with the fella, just dumb talk. Icon said, no filter means you don't smoke as much. About the only cigarette that tastes like a cigarette. Donald says, so them fossils are fake. Flat earthers running out of their BS narrative. They're moving on to no dinosaurs. Well, the no dinosaurs thing's been around for a long time. There's been a little bit of all these stupid theories for a long time. It's just that, I don't know, the flat earthers finally figured out how to use the fucking internet or some shit. TikTok stuff. This release says, don't blame me, man. It sounds like a Fruit Loop. You roll your own. Well, speaking of dinosaurs, well, because pterosaurs aren't dinosaurs. Um, they just existed at the same time as dinosaurs. But anyway, um, Joe asked, "Wait a minute, what?" Last night. He was talking about how there's some people um, trying to fiddle with some genes in chickens to cause them to exhibit traits that they've lost long time ago. Um, which just kind of stuff spooks people. It's like they're really just taking an old gene that's been deactivated and trying to reactivate it or remove the genetic mechanism that shuts down or blocks the effect of the old gene. Like that, it's just it's not as crazy as it sounds. The reality is what they're going to do is make a defect. They're going to artificially create a mutation, right? And most of the time, mutations makes an animal that can't survive, right? It makes it all your whole genome has been it's supposed to all these genes work together, thousands and thousands. They all work together, and when you change one, very seldom does it result in something beneficial. Usually, it's something that's going to be detrimental. So what they're going to do is they're going to fuck these chickens up. They're going to fuck them up, and they're not going to look. They're not going to look like the dinosaurs did that they descended from. They're going to have some traits that are similar, but they're going to look like a dumb, fucked up chicken that's missing a beak and has a tail on it and shit like that. Um, to get a dinosaur, you need the whole genome for the fucking dinosaur. You know, the chicken genome, you could change just one gene. Changing one, two, three genes is not change. It's still a goddamn chicken. It's just a defective chicken. It's a mutated chicken. It's no different than having if you fiddle with that gene that allows the tail to grow. I think they said it was just one they would have to fuck with. It's not. It's still a chicken. It's just that you fucked up one of its genes, and you probably made it where it's going to have less survivability. Um, I've been interested in chicken genetics for a long time. I haven't had chickens in years, but back when I did, I was thinking about playing around with some of these featherless uh, genes. There's more than one. Um, there's one chicken gene. I forget what they call the gene, but it's uh, they call it the breed. They refer to it as a naked neck chicken, which isn't really a breed. It's one defective gene, right? And what this gene does is makes it where there's no feathers on the neck of the chicken, and the body looks feathered normally to most people, but there's less feathers on the body as well. It's just that there's so many feathers, it's you can't really tell by looking. It looks like the chicken is feathered normally on the body and has no feathers on the neck, which means less food is being used to make feathers and more of that food is used to make chicken, you know, meat, bones, and so on. So, in general, a chicken that has that gene is going to get a little bigger than it normally would, but it's still whatever freaking breed it is, you know. It's just one defective gene that changed something that's pretty dramatic. But that's one gene. There's another gene though, and I mentioned it in the chat. It's called the Scaleless Gene. I was trying to get Joe to pop up pictures of these suckers because you got to see this this shit's. Well, a lot of people think this is unethical. to breed this gene. The gene popped up in California in 1954, and so now, like this video I'm about to show you is where there's a scientist in Israel who is experimenting with these chickens, and the thought is that without feathers they can endure hot conditions better, but it also makes chickens grow bigger. I'm not going to show the first part of the video where he's showing the regular chickens with regular feathering, but what you're going to see is he's going to show the original chickens that had the scaleless gene in them, where the gene comes from, and then the chickens from the meat breed that he's crossed the scaleless gene into this other chicken to make this really big fucking chicken with no feathers. Although it's not perfect defeathering, there are a few tufts of feathers here and there. But that's why I wanted to get some of those chickens and play with trying to breed a chicken that has both the naked neck gene and the scaleless gene and see if we can get a perfectly featherless chicken. I couldn't get anyone to give me any fucking scaleless chickens. That was back in like 2008, 2009, something like that. But well, let's just look at this fucking video though. Just a second.
God, it's hot in here.
Yeah, it is hot.
And here they are, the featherless chickens. They look like miniature dinosaurs.
What we have here is that's the original mutant. This is a female.
She's amazingly smooth.
Yeah.
It's quite extraordinary.
This is the male.
So
And as you can see, no scales on the feet.
Right.
That's why the mutation is called scaleless.
they've got little claws on the ends of their wings. You can certainly imagine them as little miniature dinosaurs.
Yeah. Sexually mature males
They're bright red.
become red. It's an interaction between the sex hormone and the light,
I see.
which create this red
So
pigment.
it's testosterone plus lipase turns you red.
That's right. These are adult birds. This is mature body size. They will never be bigger than this. When I started to cross birds like these ones
With the ones.
with the ones that we saw. Well, they try to flap. They still know how to flap.
They're rather sweet. Having successfully bred small featherless chickens, Dr. Kahana wanted to see if he could create a big commercial-sized bird.
That was the challenge, and indeed we managed to do it. As you can see here,
He's huge.
this is an
He's
adult
absolutely
male.
huge.
This male is identical in body size to the males that we saw over there in the other house, which have full feathers. The only thing that we changed is that we took advantage of this gene, the scaleless gene, that eliminates or avoids the development of the feathers. And by doing this, we allowed these birds to grow nicely and comfortably in hot conditions.
These chickens are the result of Dr. Kahana's selective breeding program. And after 6 generations of mating the chickens with the featherless genes, this is what we've ended up with. I can imagine most people's reactions at seeing these chickens is one of revulsion. But if you were a chicken in 100-degree heat, you wouldn't want feathers, believe me. And anyway, they're not the first animal bred to have their natural covering removed. Look at pigs. Wild boar are furry. And even we humans were once apes, entirely covered in hair. So perhaps they're not as weird as they first seem. What is the future of these chickens? Are we going to see them in our supermarkets soon?
Well, not in the supermarkets in the UK, but hopefully in the supermarkets in the tropical countries, in Nigeria, in Indonesia, where it's very hot. For these farmers, it's easier and more efficient because there's no need.
You don't have to pluck them.
That's right. There's no need to pluck them. The proportion of meat on these birds is higher.
So featherless chickens in the tropics, they grow faster than a bird with feathers because they don't get held up by the fact they're getting too hot. They're healthier. They cost less because you don't have expensive housing. It sounds fantastic.
That's right.
Good for the person, good for the bird.
Yep. So yeah, they already have chickens that don't have feathers on them. However, the removal of the scales with that gene, they may not want the scales removed. They're trying to make a chicken resemble a dinosaur. See how far behind in chat I am. TikTok's flooded with flurfs, says Ruthless. Dumbing down our youth, the flat earthers. Donald says they're dumbing down our youth. Yeah. Yeah. I can't stress it enough. You flat earth people, you can believe this bullshit if you want. But if you pollute the mind of the young and thus destroy their future in the sciences with your bullshit, you're sabotaging their education. You stay the fuck away from kids with your goddamn flat earth bullshit. Fucking don't do it. You stay the fuck away from kids with your flat earth bullshit. Just don't fucking do it. Flat earth fucks. Don't do it. You believe that fucking bullshit if you want. You're a dumb fuck for it, but you believe it if you want. You just don't teach it to kids. I don't care if they're your own kids. If you teach your own kids that shit, you're guilty of some kind of child abuse. And that's just fucking real. Icon says, damn it, I need some mental floss to get the crummy REO out of my head. All Bigfoot and Non's fault. Yeah. Trying to grow larger chicken wings. I tell you, it's been financed by the blue cheese industry. Yeah. Well, I mean, the chicken, the wings will be bigger. I mean, the lady mentioned that not having to deal with the heat and stuff like that, but also the feed, you got to pay to feed the chicken. And if some of that feed's being turned into feathers, well, that's waste. Ruth says, I'm going to make like a tree and leave. All right, man, take it easy. Icon says, Ruthless, I was taught filters are for women. After researching the history of sick efforts, my dad was right. You're welcome, Ruthless. Monstrosity chicken, says Jen. Yeah. Larger chicken wings leads to larger blue cheese demand. Well, what they needed, because okay, here's the thing: like chickens molt every so often. Like if they can figure out, like selectively breed them to where the chicken molts, like all its feathers just completely fall out, not just some and gradually. That might be another way to make it happen. So you could have a chicken with feathers, but it's just designed to just all its feathers fall out one day, and then you come grab him. Be good to each other. Feel weird about eating chickens lately? Well, chicken's an inferior meat. It's inferior meat. Humans are supposed to eat big, gigantic, red meated animals. Eartha says, all of you, life is too short. Ernie says, that's why they cannot bring back the woolly mammoth. That chicken is why? I don't understand. Jen says, hey, you can say you eat dinosaur. Taller than Tom Cruise. Icon says, not short enough, man. Turkey balls for Christmas. Mr. Lee says, Jen, you notice when you buy a chicken in the shop, they have black legs. That's because they sitting in their own urine. Like, are you talking about like a live chicken? Not that short, damn it. Could eat dinosaur, no problem. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lee. Angel says, I mean, the chicken just doesn't taste like it used to. Well, it's just, you gotta just, the way they've done it, it's just gotten nuts. It's nudist chicken colony. He hate plucking feathers. Sign me up for the naked chickens. Yeah. I imagine if you lived in a cold climate, it might be an issue though. Dinner in hand, says Mr. Hughes. Angel says Jen says to Angel, lots of things are that way now. Yeah, they're just, factory farm. It's not like they're all crammed in this house, and they just have this system down. It's just like a machine, and then they raise up these chickens in like 8 weeks or something like that, and they grow so fast they can't even hardly stand up, and it's just gotten ridiculous. Mr. Lee says, Jen, yeah, it's weird. Battery feed chickens pumped full of hormones. So heavy they can't carry their own weight, and they sit in their own urine. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to eat chicken, might as well just raise some free range or something. Go buy you a bunch of chicks or something, and you'll have too many males, right? Well, that's cool because you just eat the males. Yeah, just eat the males, and then you use the females for eggs. Super fast, make more money. Yeah. Personally, I think people should try to get away from chicken. Stop eating chicken. Not eggs. Eat eggs, but just try to get away from chicken. We need to like taper off this chicken industry. They put these big fucking chicken houses all up in here and then stink up the whole neighborhood, and they suck so much water out of the ground that their neighbors' wells go fucking dry. It's a goddamn catastrophe. Put some cows in a field. Just raise some goddamn cows. This whole like you're supposed to. Not this fucking confined animal feeding operation bullshit, and just fuck. And the chicken shit's just ridiculous. The 60s gene splicing has ruined the taste of almost everything we now consume. Icon says, wet Mr. Hugh got a downpour on the tractor. Ocean Pond says UV light might be detrimental for the featherless birds. Yeah, it might be. So, again, like you're probably not going to raise these birds in cold climates like that. Just like he said, it's probably not coming to the UK, but in warm climates and probably under shade, forested, or probably confined, because this bird is not going to be able to fly away from a predator. So you're going to have to think about protecting it if it's free range, but you're probably not going to be able to free range these birds. They're probably going to have to be in confinement their whole lives. So I can barely stand chickens now. Putzing around other stuff. No, haven't seen him. No genome info for the woolly mammoth. Yeah. Well, I mean, don't they have some actual preserved flesh from them? They should have the full genome for woolly mammoths. I thought they had that. Mr. Yu says, I heard that they making bread out of chicken's feathers. I don't want that bread. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Trackway says they're doing water blasting of the permafrost in Canada, and are getting mammoth parts out of it. Yeah, so they should be able to get plenty of DNA for the mammoths. Plenty of DNA. As long as you got some DNA, all you got to do is inject that, because they can already do that. Put the genome into the egg of a normal elephant, and that normal elephant will then give birth to a woolly mammoth. Done deal. And then I would strongly suggest that they extract as much water from the body of the dead mammoths that they find, or at least from the one they got the DNA from, and give some of that water to the newborn, uh, essentially a clone. And of course, the reason is there's going to be data in that water molecules, all the thousands and thousands of, millions of water molecules that you get out of that dead body, right? That's going to be useful information for this new resurrected woolly mammoth species. It would be very well advised. It would be very well advised. That mainstream science is just not 100% caught up on some shit. We've talked about water memory before. It's a proven goddamn fact. I don't know why it's not as well known as it should be, but they need to give that water to the clone. Do it better. Plenty of mammoth in a tundra for DNA work. Yep. Tom Cruise asks you nicely. Didn't the Russians serve up some cooked mammoth? Somebody ate some. Yeah, they'd made a meal of it. Leave it to humans. Featherless birds are also one more step that can be avoided in the processing. Yeah. That was part of my thought, behind combining the naked neck gene and the scaleless gene to try and get perfect featherlessness, because neither one gives you that, right? I mean, the scaleless gene gets damn close, but if you add the naked neck gene, which really doesn't get close, but it gets rid of a lot of feathers, it might be enough to get a near perfect, if not perfectly featherless chicken. Yeah, Mr. Lee, I agree. They need to bring them back. They belong here. A lot of people try to say, well, they were selected by nature. Well, it wasn't like it was a gradual change and shift over many millions of years. In this case, it was a big fucking rock that hit, and it was only 13 to 15,000 years ago. These are animals that are part of our ecosystem, and they were our food. They belong here with us. Without them here, it's a detriment to our entire species. Like, we need them back. We need them back, and we need to get them back in great numbers so that we can hunt and eat them. This is what we're designed for. And I called dibs on the first one, damn it. Got chessboard says, Angel, it's not just meats. Even the grain cereals don't taste like they did. They do not have it. It's too damaged. They'll eventually figure it out, though. If you can get pieces and then start piecing them together. Killed our taste buds. Taste the same. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Grasshopper says GMO processing has killed food. Mr. Lee is telling Tom Cruise to fuck off. Icon says, Mr. Lee, Tom Cruise, can't you two just kiss and make up already? Ernie says all the mammoth DNA is too degraded. That is why they are not doing anything right now. I think they'll eventually figure it out, though. Like, if you can get half of a intact chromosome out of this specimen over here, and then you get the other half of that chromosome from another specimen intact, and you're able to put it together, you might be able to, eventually they'll be able to put together the whole genome that way. But we may not have the tech yet, but we'll get it. Just get a room. Buy some farm-raised, non-GMO fed meat, and you will taste the difference. Corporations' meats are full of growth hormones. The whole world calls you Hank. Get on your nerves. Mr. Lee, what does R2 think of TC? What? Donald says, don't think I will be building a spit big enough for a mammoth. Won't happen in my lifetime. Oh, come on, Donald. I am sure that you could pull it off if you really want to. Although, I don't know why you'd want to. Like, just cut off a steak, man. Just cut off a steak. Okay, now it's the Lee Crew's love affair. Says beep beep. Oh, there's R2D2. Icon says, I know, shakes head. Johnson Cell, Big Grid, it's covered, man. Big Grill, it's covered, man. You understand R2, says Jen. 1 foot before the other. So, let's see if I can find something here. Well, not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's. Bear with me a minute. Let me see here. Well, this ain't right. Oh, I know I did wrong. Hold on just a second. Trying to find. I think I found it. What am I looking at here? Oh, I'll get it on there in a second. Come on, man. There we go. Whoops. This thing is so spastic. Stop where I tell you to stop. Alright. Can't get it to turn off. There we go. Alright, got that off. Taste. What used to be 10 ounces is now 5 or 6 ounces for 500% more in price. Yeah, they trick you and trick you some more. I see no reason to believe shit that she says, Mr. Lee. Sorry, I'm giving her an opportunity. I'm giving her an opportunity. Remote view the object. Just fucking do it. Don't give me your bullshit. Oh, I don't remote view people personal. I don't do personal remote viewings. I only do bullshit, conspiracy, alien, Bigfoot, stuff that nobody can confirm. Because then she can just say whatever the fuck she wants, claim she remote viewed it, and you can't prove her wrong. You can't prove her right either. She's got the safe. She can lie and fucking lie, and no one can really pigeonhole her. So if this is a challenge. This is a challenge. If she's not full of shit, remote view the object designated LOCKBEARD-1. Fucking do it. Come on. Life says, and when R2 catch Mr. Lee, what the fuck? Falls in the engine bay. Couldn't get it to fire right. Overcooking the brats. Feel bad for R2. Danny Dick, says Mr. Lee. Daily Dan says, I see Mr. Lee family reunion. Attack midgets. Raptor is confused. Raptor's confused. The reason Raptor people make fun of Tom Cruise for being short is the long and short of it, I guess. Watching Star Wars again. He doesn't have to call me Mr. Me Johnson. Worse than the new Top Gun movie. What is, Mr. Lee? It's going to call me late for dinner. Who do I actually believe? Well, I mean, people who, you mean like you say Sasquatch community, so people with Sasquatch encounter stories. Generally people who tell a story about something that isn't fantastical, something that isn't outside of what we normally know. Like if someone says they saw a Sasquatch cloaking like a goddamn predator, well, we've never seen any creature on the planet that can do that. I mean, we got cuttlefish that can camouflage and shit like that, chameleons and stuff like that, but there ain't nothing cloaking like the goddamn predator. And these people are claiming this about Sasquatch, which conveniently we can't find no fucking Sasquatch, so we can't prove that there isn't cloaking within their abilities, right? So whatever. Portals, same thing. Mind speak, telepathy. I've made this challenge many times. If telepathy is real, someone out there that is skilled in telepathy, communicate with me telepathically and prove it to me. And for what it's worth, I will tell people that someone successfully communicated telepathically with me. It's never fucking happened. The remote viewing thing, we tried it before. The previous object, nobody ever even guessed it. There were a lot of guesses, but no one ever figured out what the object was. This new object, I don't expect anyone to figure it out either. But yeah, if someone has an encounter that's basically it's just a big hairy dude, and the person seems, if I'm not getting any vibes off of them that they're full of shit, then I believe them. is that 100% right? Because again, this person could be mistaken. They may truly believe that they saw, what they think they saw, but maybe something, just somehow they were mistaken. Maybe it was just a normal human being or something. Maybe they were just, they got too hot and their brain started playing tricks on them. There's a lot of things that could happen. I don't know, but I just think there's always a slight chance that the person, no matter how legit they seem and how sure they are of what they think they saw, they are. There's just always a chance that they are mistaken. So yeah, but this is not really. I mean, her claim is remote viewing. So, world record pancake at the Franklin County Field Days. They built the big pan that was two of them bolted together. Continued. Are you talking an icon there? They burnt it, and when they flipped it, they lost a bunch of batter and then burnt the other side. Icon has coffee and cookies. Call anybody out? Rapper than you tell me, says Michelle Lee. Psychotic. Mr. Lee says, I reckon Donnie Miller account is 100% real. Do you? It's been a long time. I can't remember the account, Mr. Lee. Are you talking about Standing Goats Rescue guy? Is that the guy? Because I have a lot of times, even though I don't remember it, like the account, it's like I have a footnote on the file right in my head and the footnote for that one is it's bullshit. If we're talking about the same person, I don't know. Hot mess is an embarrassment. I don't know. He's just involved in so much bullshit that I don't know what to believe from him. He could have made it up, and he's just a really good actor, Mr. Lee. He's involved with too much bullshit to take his account seriously. Too much. So no matter how legit his story seems by itself, maybe he did. Maybe he did have a legit encounter, and then he got off the rails and decided to turn it into the fucking monstrosity of a clusterfuck that his whole thing has become. But as a result of the whole clusterfuck, I see no reason to take his account seriously at all at this point. I can't trust him. He's demonstrated he cannot be fucking trusted. So I'm not going to fucking count his account as most like a real. I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. If he didn't want that kind of response from some people, he shouldn't have done all the bullshit that he's done. He shouldn't have gone down that fucking road. He shouldn't be sucking Mark Zasky's fucking cock. Or whatever the fuck those guys do. I mean, I just imagine that's probably, something's going on. How in the fuck? I mean, Donald, them guys are so far up each other's ass. It just don't make any goddamn sense. If Carrie wants to seem legit, he needs to distance himself from Mark Zasky, but he never does. He just gets in deeper and deeper. See you later, Hugh. Thanks for coming. Roll of dimes. What? Evil laugh. Raptor says, in my opinion, Mr. Lee, 90% of the Bigfoot stuff is bullcrap. Been like that since 15 years ago. People keep adding more and more stuff to other stories, and it's about the money. Yeah. Troy says, I am remote viewing a roll of dimes. Oh, you're guessing that that's the object? Jen says, Lockbeard, what size is the box? Oh, the actual object is not in a box. It's not in a box. I was just talking about in general, I guess. Then, there is a box back here, a big box. I guess someone could remote view that too if they want to. But the object designated Lockbeard -1 is not in a box. Life says something about a foam mattress and a bird bath. Are you trying to guess it too? Life. Chessboard says very close, but there's a cream for psychosis. Jen says, I'm thinking a 4x4 inch box. Dan says, okay, it's a shoebox, and is there a pipe or something similar to a bong? I so am I a remote viewer. The item is not in any box. Blue ointment. Mr. Lee says, Raptor crazy, I used to believe it all. I wanted to see a Sasquatch, and when I rented Todd Standing's video, I was convinced my girlfriend said I was delusional. Well, yeah, Todd Standing would have been a bad... Yeah, you need to stay away from that Todd Standing shit. Again, if he had anything legit at any point, it's been tainted by the bullshit. And she won't stink. Standing Goats Rescue. Yeah, Mr. Lee, I can't remember the specifics of his account. I just got, there's limited room in here. I just got a footnote that says bullshit. So, we could revisit it sometime, and then we could, do another evaluation of that whole shit. That whole, that thing. But, yeah. She laughs all this, so I don't blame her, really. Well, at least she tolerates it, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee says, yeah, Carrie, I don't trust him now. Big ego. Yeah, he's lost the trust of many people. It's eventually going to crash on him. He just keeps on. Just keeps on. Didn't Carrie have a falling out with Saskia at one point? Did he? If he did, I don't recall it. It kind of sounds familiar. Mr. Raptor says to Mr. Lee, all we need is a really good video or the body. So yeah, there was. Mr. Lee said there was a falling out at some point a long time ago. Donald says, I always question Kerry coming into the community after his cousin was already here. Is it Tracy Arnold? Isn't that his name? Tracy Arnold? Jen says, okay, let's all guess. Right. You're not supposed to guess. You're supposed to actually remote view, right? Mr. Lee says, that's crazy. Don't you think government already did that? The community needs a body, but we being stopped for sure. Chessboard says, Jen, I told you he let Pandora out. Something with yellow. What is this with yellow foam? What is you like? You got something going on with yellow foam in your head. Jen says, is that your dreadlock? Huh? Bread dreadlock. Dirty yellow. Could be chessboard. Mr. Lisa's Lockbeard. Mr. Pat and Kerry both interviewed Donnie Miller. It's the one show Kerry kept on his channel of Mr. Pat. Yeah. Well, if he took it down, he would have to take down Donnie Miller. And I can't remember Donnie Miller's account right now. But I imagine if I did, I would immediately know why I got this footnote that says bullshit in regards to Donnie Miller, Standing Goats Rescue. And that would make sense why, Kerry Arnold would want to keep that particular interview because it fits with his pile of bullshit, right? Lowrider says the item is an expired bottle of copper tone sunblock lotion. Oh, shit. Let's see. Raptor says, I can't answer that. The real remote viewer doesn't need any help. Either whether it is or it is not. Raptor Crazy says that Mr. Lee, in my opinion, no, they move around all the time. They're not in one area all the time, and mostly it's not the government. There is Matt, Central Florida Bigfoot. He's waving. Hey, are you going to be live tonight? Because I don't know. You haven't been on Saturday nights in a while, and I don't see it. I see UFO Man, of course, comes on at 8, and the Nona Boss Continuum comes on at 7, and she's probably about done. Because I think she goes for like an hour and a half or something like that. But I don't see Central Florida Bigfoot live, so I guess he's not live. But welcome to the chat. Vaseline. Choke on your chicken, Chewbacca. What in the hell? What in the hell? Donald says, when Kerry first started his live streams, he was mother effing Zasky over stolen equipment. Huh. Yeah, I don't recall that, but Jen says, is it your beard dreadlock or maybe a coil shape? Oh, you're asking if those are the the object. I'm not going to say yes or no. Well, I guess I kind of. I mean, well, I don't see how saying no really is going to be that big of a help to the remote viewer. The remote viewer is only going to guess this accurately enough, because they don't. If they're a real remote viewer, right, they can tell me the object and they can tell me some things about the object. But no, those items, that's not it. That's not it. Donald says the Donnie Miller and Jeff, what's his face video of them getting freaked out by a shadow says bullshit to me. Donald the dog man thing. Well, of course, immediately if they mention dog man, you already know we're dealing with some bullshit. There is nothing supporting Dogman's existence. I mean, that's just some fantastical bullshit that some people who watch too many werewolf movies and can't separate reality from the goddamn movies. Life says CFB, I just read your email. They do make a 3x30, whatever that means. Seems like they got a little inside situation going there. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, what about Jeff's account? You believe it? Jeff Harding? I think so. It's a pretty mundane, there isn't any mind speak or any kind of bullshit like that. Sounds legit. Life is a trackway writes, wait, the howling isn't real? No, it is not real. It's not real. So see what the UFO man's talking about tonight.
Come back on again.
Not without a shower, right?
Experience.
Shower. But we really appreciate the fact that you were. I think they actually have a shower.
Sure thing.
Maybe Liz or somebody in sponge bath. Try to clean up a little bit. It's
What was
gonna
that?
be wearing it.
Would suffice.
What was that? Put Tom
I said a big
Hanks'
hose would suffice, but I don't know.
Give you a
Again,
little,
Liz, I don't know.
Where's your friend? I
Little
don't
bit
even
of
see
UFO
your
man.
drummer there. Where's that
Max,
Maximus, are you stay ready yet?
guy? Hey, Maximus.
You're a little bit
Where
where
you?
Bye, bye.
Where
Where
are
are
you?
you?
you gotta come over more because you're not in frame.
Wait, I think you're looking me up. Max, you're looking the wrong way. You gotta go. Come to me. Come to me.
Come
There
here.
he is.
I like this head here. That looks pretty good. You know, I
Well,
Alien.
what you Max, you kick that light off. I bet you anything that's this problem. You kick that light. Actually,
Actually,
you know what?
what?
Yeah, it just looks like they're dicking around a little bit at the moment, but that's the UFO man, Tim. If you guys aren't familiar with him, he's been doing this live stream for a while. It's outlasting a lot of people. There were so many live streams that have gone away and haven't held on. Icon says, I don't know Achaeos. Jen did sniff out that I was enjoying coffee and cookies. Usually it's ice cream this time of year. Just because, I mean, that's food. That's food. That's a different story, I think. Donald says, Mr. Lee, kind of, but I would make one of them buddies of his come forward to tell their side. Life is Trackway wants to know when Central Florida Bigfoot is going live next. Yeah, I'd love to put him back on the TV guide if he starts doing a regular weekly live stream again. But yeah, from what it sounds like, he doesn't. He's wanting to do more shit in the field, right? And less YouTube, more like getting some shit investigated. Am I? Is that correct? I mean, that's what I was been kind of getting. Lowrider says I refocused on rote viewing powers and know for a fact the object is a half-empty bottle of Diet Peach Snapple. For a fact, huh? Matt says, thinking about later, uploading my next video in a few minutes, should be up by midnight. Life says, it's Lockbeard's 1950s Nokia cell phone. Were there? I don't think there were any cell phones at all in the 50s. Brothers of Alien Rock, you dick. Why did you say that, Mr. Lee? All right, take it easy, Sandra. Thanks for coming. So, yeah, that's a UFO man if you guys aren't familiar with him. Let's see who else we got out there. The Nona Boss Continuum. She is live right now. Let me see if I can find. Shouldn't have clicked on that. I think she runs for an hour and a half, so she's probably running. She's running late now, right now. If that's true. See you next week and have a good week. Everybody saying good night to Sandra. Yeah, good night, Sandra. Mr. Lee still having a heat wave. All right, finally this popped up. Where is it? There it is. I got it down for, yeah, I guess it's an hour long typically. Of course, nobody hardly ever sticks to their time. Some people do. But I got it written down 7 to 8 p.m. plus. So it's an hour typically, but can go as long as 2 maybe. I've noticed the Beast of the Woods channel, the live stream called Going Live with Larry and Mark has not been regular lately. It's been a little sporadic, so I don't know what they got going on over there. Hopefully they get it, back to the weekly schedule. Even though I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the Ravens Outpost on her. I had to take his channel. I took him off the guide because he hasn't been he hasn't been doing regular live streams. Well, he hasn't done hardly anything lately. Lycon says, Mr. Lee, rains and storms too, or just heat? Life says, August is Bigfoot month, by the way. Jen says, Icon, you still in for more big storms tonight? It was supposed to be raining there. Really quiet for hours. Mr. Lee says, I'm very suspicious of people's accounts these days. I can't help it. I feel I've been lied to too much. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. There's been so many people that have lied, and there's so much bullshit come up. Because when you got this person making up this bullshit story and that person making up another bullshit story, and the two different accounts are describing the same thing that they are lying about, but in different ways. So then people have to try and reconcile that. So they have to come out, well, there must be different types. So now we got how many different types of Bigfoot do we have now? How many different goddamn types of Bigfoot do we have now? Is there more Bigfoot now than there are genders? I mean, it's getting that fucking bad, because you have people that want to believe everybody's fucking story. Everyone's lying. Believe all Bigfoot stories. Hashtag hashtag Me Too of the fucking Bigfoot world, right? No. First, you listen to the goddamn story, and if it has any goddamn ridiculous claims in it, you immediately just throw it over in a pile of so implausible. It's almost 99.99% bullshit, and where it fucking belongs. You don't just believe everyone's goddamn story. And if someone gets mad and all bent out of shape because you didn't believe their goddamn story, say, look, you're making some goddamn ridiculous claims, and you want us to believe that this crazy shit happened, instead of maybe you were delirious because of the heat or dehydration. Maybe you had a little too much to drink. Maybe you hit your goddamn head, and maybe you're getting senile. In some cases, these people are probably just fucking lying, and they get all puffy with you because you challenge their goddamn lie. So that's why I say, when people get pissed off about it, when you challenge their story, a lot of times that's just a straight up red flag right there. They're trying to get all huffy with you to make you stop challenging their story. No, keep fucking challenging the story. Because if they're getting bent out of shape because you won't believe this fantastical fuck story, they should understand. If they're a reasonable, logical person, they should understand that what they just told you was fucking nuts and extremely hard to believe, and they should goddamn understand that. So if they get all huffy with you, I think it's a red flag. It's a red flag. They're full of shit. They know it, and they're trying to get you to back down. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you and to call you a liar. No, fuck you. Fuck you for doing that to a person, for being a logical, thinking fucking person, and not just accepting any kind of bullshit that you spew, And they all end up once they're challenged enough, they all end up showing their cards, right? Because you just got to look at everyone that's blocked you. Everyone's that blocked Donald, the ones that blocked me, and a lot of you in this chat. Tex, Carrie, Daniela, fucking all these people that block you. These fucks don't understand that they are showing their cards, that they are full of shit. If they were not full of shit, they would not be afraid of the scrutiny. They would be willing to take it, but they can't. Icon says, Jen, Big Thunder Banger, rain train event, severe thunderstorms, freaking humid as heck. Actually, ain't no BS on my account, mate. Farming is pretty straightforward, says Icon. Jen says, hopefully you don't get all the wind. It was just something this morning. Guess the weather is hitting some people pretty hard, huh? Life says, Donald, I'm on Zantac, Flonase, and some other daily antihistamines. Donald says, I need to say something about Vault so Lakea can report to him. I said something about him. Vault is a phony. You say whatever you need to say about that fucking line fuck. We haven't heard from them in a while. I haven't heard much about them lately. The bullshit eventually runs out, right? You know, we're on to the Chris thing, right? Because I mean, we're seeing a pattern, right? Chris comes in here and pulls some bullshit where she's accusing someone of being a pedo. Wasn't it dark sewage she was accusing? I barely remember that happening. I don't even remember who exactly, but somebody tells me it was dark sewage she was accusing. And then now, fast forward to now, where he's over there calling everybody who disagrees with him a pedo. I mean, it seems to be the standard thing. Like that's their magic talisman, right? This is how I take down people. See, the problem Vault has is he isn't black. So he can't, whenever someone disagrees with him, he can't pull out the race card and say, you're fucking racist for disagreeing with me. He can't fucking do that, right? So he's got to come up with something else. And his something else is just to call everyone a pedo. So whenever Vault calls someone that, I mean, it has zero power. It doesn't mean anything. He's full of shit. He's a goddamn liar. He's slandering people. And he probably just needs to shut the fuck up, because he's accusing people of a serious goddamn crime. You know, when the best thing to do, if someone disagrees with you, just ignore them, man. Just ignore them. You know, I mean, you don't want me say anything about you. Well, stop, doing the bullshit that you do, but you just keep drawing attention back to yourself, Mr. Vault. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, some people disappear, make me suspicious too. Well, people have always disappeared, but sometimes it's just bad people doing bad things, Mr. Lee. Life says the days have been hot, breeze tolerable. Timmy boys, yeah, Timmy boy, we would have I mean, I almost cut her off at 2 hours like it's supposed to be, but here we are, almost 3 hours in, and you're late. But welcome to the chat, man. Uncle Bone says, Mr. Lee, you can trust my channel. I have zero content. Yeah, can't be anything bad there. Chesper says, Donald Fuller, been a bad year for allergies. I think the chemtrail shit is cause for some of it. I sympathize with you. Icon says, Jen, we had about 50 miles per hour gusts. So some wind. Wind. Mr. Lee, always say that. You missed everything, Timmy boy. Uncle Bone says, Timmy boy, all your brain cells are fried as hot as it's been. Batten down the hatches, says Jen. Timmy boy says, like, if I could find something around here to fry them, I would. Bones. Oh shit, I don't know, Mr. Lee. I think there's a way to find out, but I don't remember anything about that. Like there's a tool out there that estimates, like can look at a channel and estimate, like it can get certain data from the channel that's publicly available and estimate what that channel earns. But I forget what it's called. But I'm sure if you do a little searching, you can figure it out. And you know what you need to do is jump on camera and give a full report once you figure that out. Come on, Mr. Lee. I mean, I think here would be where you would. I don't know what other channel would really be interested in all that, but mine. However, you really should not be jumping on my channel until you've appeared on Moog's at least a few times. That wouldn't be cool. Timmy Boy says, Donald, Jen, what's up? Two dude. Icon says, Jen, we good. It was false radar data return, to put it simply. Trackway says, sniff, sniff, I smell corned beef. My refrigerator senses are tingling. Corned beef, you say? Raptor Crazy, your man? Raptor says, what up, Timmy boy? Hope you're doing good on your end. Man, sometimes it's hard to decipher. 50-mile winds. Living the dream, says Timmy boy. Mr. Lisa's icon. Fried blood pudding this morning. Icon says, you can keep chatting, Achaeos. I got fuck all else to do tonight. Yeah, but I am tired. And there's certainly some other stuff you guys can check out tonight. I've been slowly working my way through the freaking TV guide. There's been so many live streams have just fallen off the face of the earth. And then all the changes too. Some people just changed some stuff, but let's see if I can bring it up here. We'll bring her back up. Might as well. Yeah. We going to beat Joe's 8 hours? No. I still haven't gotten through the entire 8 hours. That's a lot of live stream time. Where is Joe? I don't know. Timmy boy loves blood sausage. I'm not doing that. Only way I could pull that off is, man, I'd be so worn out. Donald says to Mr. Lee that Vault e-bags money from people with bullshit lies. Yeah. Yeah, it's just all scam. I mean, for one, if you're chasing Dogman, you're chasing nothing, and at least some of us out here fucking know it, right? So, and I think he probably knows it too. But Dogman is just something that he uses to get people to send him money to buy equipment and stuff like that, and then You know, of course, he never finds Dogman. Of course, these people are used to nobody ever finding Dogman. But as long as you make a good excuse about how elusive that critter is, everything is going to be okay. And then people will send you more money, and it just keeps on and on. Jen says, Icon a strong one every week or so, but nothing crazy so far. I mean, Jesus fucker, if people really want something fat, like, look, it isn't going to be cheap, you know, to do proper, proper investigations into areas, looking for, and you can't, look, these people just walking into the woods and setting up camp aren't going to find goddamn Bigfoot. Just not going to find it. They heard you driving in. They heard you every step. They heard you walking in. They saw you. They know you're there. You're not going to find shit. You have to do some next level shit. And it's not going to be, it's just, I just don't think people are willing to people just aren't willing to do it right. You got to go in like you're, crawling into the fucking war zone, goddamn Vietnam or some shit. Only better. You cannot be goddamn detected. You can't just stand up and walk around like a normal human being in the wilderness when you're trying to find something that lives out there 24/7, 365, and is an expert and genetically designed to hide up in that bitch 1,000 times better than you. So your thinking's completely wrong. If you want actual evidence, that's why I tell people, look, don't send money to fucking anybody. You just don't. Not for that shit. I mean, I generally think that I'd be one of the few people that would actually go out there with the right mindset and do the right things to get even close. But I'm not sure you can even get close. These things are so fucking good that it may not be reasonable to think that we're going to find anything really solid. Chessboard says, Lockbeard, if you want to make money on YouTube, you got to tear new shit up or blow it up. Miss Lee says, life is a trackway I will consider. Icon says, Jen, when was the last time you had a good tornado in that area? English food, fish and chips. Jen says, many years ago, I don't know. There's always more. Columbus is just in a dead spot for them. For who? Bunch of tornadoes. Amish country. What did you miss tonight? Well, Timmy Boy, Mr. Lee will tell you right here. He says, Timmy Boy, I told you everything. We had trolls too. Yeah, we did have trolls. Mr. Lee says, Timmy Boy, I don't eat chips no more. Lots of meat and roasted veg. I do like fish also. Tomorrow I'm going to have a jellied ale and liquor. Cosmic Kitty trolls, yeah. Timmy Boy, you did miss the Cosmic Kitty trolls. I don't know what the baby arm bullshit is. It's just weird that they brought that up again too. Donnie says, Mr. Lee, he came on the other day saying he needed $400 to rent someone's land to do research. That is total bull. Anybody who with any brains wouldn't rent their property so they can be sued if hurt. Yeah, I mean, rent the property. I mean, unless he's not telling them why he's renting it. I mean, if it's a place where you know they're there, I mean, you probably should buy the place, because you rent $400 to rent it for how long? It's just like it's a very short period of time. You can't set up for some long-term shit. Wife says to me, Mr. Lee, Tom Cruise and R2-D2 have developed some type of unhealthy relationship. Besides that, I have no idea. Yeah, Tom Cruise is up in here somewhere. Tom Cruise, I don't know why you put up with Mr. Lee's abuse of your new movie, Top Gun. Funny they don't stick around here too long, huh? You talking about the trolls? Well, I mean, they were just trying the same thing. They were trying to piss people off here to get us to go over to Cosmic Kitty's chat, because Cosmic Kitty's live. Like, y'all need to stop coming in my chat. I'm live right now. Stop coming in my chat. It's so fucking stupid. And then, of course, what does Ruthless do? He goes right over there. I was trying, and Raptor did too, I think. I was trying to tell everybody, don't go over there. That's what they're trying to get you to do. Don't go over there. Because we really don't know what the fuck's going on with all that. Oh, I'm sure someone did, Mr. Lee. I'm sure some people gave him some money. He's running a scam. He's doing a good job of it, I guess. Two times that just for the idiot insurance. Yeah. Back in June, not too bad. Chessport says to Mr. Lee, people buy water and it's all over the earth for free. Well, that's true. Jen says, hey boy, it gave Ruthless something to play with for a few minutes. Yeah. Ruthless needs a distraction because he's always itching to start a fight. So, well, he can go chew on Cosmic Kitty for a while. Tim Boy says Mr. Lee is taking the blunt tonight again. God love him. Donald says to Mr. Lee, of course they did. They think he's John Rambo. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Rambo. Volt Rambo. Danny says 13 o'clock live tonight after Saturday Night Live. Jeff Meldrum interview, I bet you never heard. So everybody heard it here. Danny Stanton, 13 o'clock live. Why don't we first, let's get zoomed in. Come on now. Son of a bitch. We'll get to it in a second. Things not fucking All right, there we go. The Daily Dan blog channel. Show name is 13 o'clock live with Daily Dan. Midnight Central Time. Sunday morning, Saturday night. Until then, see, it's 9 o'clock now. See what Saturday's got. There we are. We're running way over 8 o'clock. Oh, paranormal portal. Fucking woo train over there. Woo train over there. Spaced out radio 11, but you're going to want to dip out of there after the first hour of that woo to go over to Daily Dan. Talking weird. Same, I guess they got the same time slot as Spaced Out Radio. But again, you don't want to slip out of there to go hit Daily Dan. None of us ought to be over. UFO Man should be over. What the paranormal? She hasn't been having regular live streams, I don't think, either. So that one might be coming off sometime soon. So, I mean, what do people think? Because, like, there's Where's My Sage? It's on the Where's My Sage channel right there, right? Right there in the middle in the blue. Mike and Christie. But it's also comes up on, it's the same show. It's the same show. It comes up on the yellow one right there on the top. Tactical Bigfoot Research. Where's My Sage show? So there's only one show between the two channels. So, you know, it's always been on here under the Where's My Sage channel. So I don't know if I should keep Tactical Bigfoot Research on here or take it back off. And of course, if you look right there, Texas Front Porch, like I mentioned before, Brunch with Bigfoot Michigan Rob is also on the Bigfoot Michigan Rob channel. And then the subject for tonight, Jessica Jones, Remote Viewing Investigations, is also on her channel, The Cryptid Huntress. So I'm wondering if I should take those two entries off of Texas Front Porch. And he still has Jason McLean Questions Everything and Texas Front Porch Show. So his channel is still on the listing. And then Jessica's channel will be on the listing with the Remote Viewing Investigations. And Bigfoot Michigan Rob channel would also be on here. And then those two shows will not be listed twice anymore. I'm kind of leaning towards doing that. Life says, damn it, running to the mailbox to get $3 back. I was sending Lockbeard. Where's my wingman, says Tom Cruise. Jen says, Icon didn't hear anything about it. Team Boy says, Jen, I missed it, but someone has to cook around here. Raptor says, has anyone heard from Mogs in the camp out, and do you know if they're doing videos of it? Oh, I'm sure they're filming some stuff, but I haven't heard anything. Icon says, hey, I like fish and chips. Used to get Arthur Treachers all the time. Timmy Boy, I don't know. I'm just taking him at his word that he is the real Tom Cruise. He's the real Tom Cruise, and him and Mr. Lee I think they're planning for their marriage in the Church of Church of Scientology. So, yeah. Whatever, it's hilarious. Beep beep says R2D2. R2D2, you need to get a universal translator from Star Trek over there. Gave up years ago. I figured formula out: fire, shooting, fire, weather, adopt a pet, sports, done. Raptor says, if you're going to look for Bigfoot out in the woods, use horses or use unscented soap for your body and clothes. You might have a pretty good chance. And that was said back in the early 70s on videos. Traffic jam. Whiskey business ended up as Top Gun. That's their business. This is nothing positive. Can you get Steve Ishtal? Why would he want Steve Ishtal, man? Shit, Mr. Lee. Wait. You know what? You know what? It might be a good idea, Mr. Lee. Dan can hire Steve Ishtal to read Dan's emails to him so he can then respond to them. You might be onto something there, Mr. Lee. That might be a good plan. Steve can. He's had a lot of practice reading emails. He still needs to work on it, but he's got a lot of practice. He's got experience. Icon says, Mr. Hugh, oh yeah, he ain't been right since he got a virus having an unprotected interface with a Death Star. Oh, shit. Poor R2. Donald says, Danny, I fell for the Stone Cold show. I thought you were having him on the show, so I bet I have heard this Meldrum interview. Pre-recorded stuff till you learn more. Same boy says, Lockbeard, how many of these shows do you watch? Oh, regularly, maybe. Oh, let's see. Joe, Pat, Mogs. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of time. There's like 99 shows on here. There's no way. There's no way anyone could watch all those shows, and I don't even like a lot of them. Some of them are good. Like Squatch America, I try to watch it. I don't always catch it, but I do try to watch it. So I'm fairly regular on that one, but it's just an hour once a week. But, you start talking about, me doing my stuff, and then on top of that, 4 hours a week of watching Mogs, and 4 hours a week of watching Joe, and 2 hours a week watching Pat. There's a lot of time there. There's a lot of time there. Well, I mean, shit. Well, look at. Let me pull this. So, like, it's just look at like a Wednesday. And everything, probably like the researchers report, there might be some more shows that are missing there, but anyway, so there's an hour, there's another hour, so there's 2 hours of shows. 3 plus 3 makes 5, plus 2 makes 7. We'll just call that a 1. So 8 hours, 9 hours, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm just going to count one for that. I think he goes longer with Paranormal Central, but I'm just going to count one just to be conservative about it. So, where are you at? 14. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We'll count it. 29, 30, 31. I don't know if he goes 2 hours or not. We'll just count one. 31. This one ain't been on regularly, but it's on here for now, so we'll just count it. So there's 34, 35, 36. So 36 hours of live streams on Wednesday. There's only 24 hours in the fucking day. So even if I watch the 36 again? 36 hours? Or 34? 36? Anyway, either way, even if I watched it on double X time, I think it was 34 hours. Shit. No, it was 36. Anyway, either way, even if I watched it on 2x speed, I would barely have time to like sleep for like 4 or 5 hours a night or some shit. Like, there's no way I could watch all this shit. You just can't. It's not humanly possible. But yeah. So yeah, there's only like really 3, maybe 4 that I watch pretty regularly. And yeah. But it's for everybody, right? It's for everybody. Different people like different stuff, and they want to watch, they want to watch. I share it with everybody. The link should be good now. I don't know what happened to the old link. It's in all the old shows in the description. So, if you want a working link, you'll need the new version in these last two, this tonight and in the last live stream. Mr. Lee says, I watched Hiveless B channel today where he got struck by lightning. You seen that, Lockbeard? No, I have not. Danny says, admit the Stone Cold thing was brilliant. Talking some wrestling again. Mr. Lee says, we're after crazy. They are filming everything at Mog's Rimmer, but they have no live there. Yeah, that's too bad. WWE. Danny says, Mogs has found Bigfoot. Oh my God. Video up on his channel tomorrow. Bones says, chessboard, not a chance in hell. Need a retirement. Dan's getting on Mr. Lee's nerve. Chess says, Jen, I never did follow it. Fake friend told me today. Yeah, I never did. Never was interested in that. It was so damn goofy. I couldn't. But even if it was something real, like some people waste a lot of time watching fucking football. I have no interest in wasting time watching football. Ruth says, had to come back. I see Cruz and Scientology in the news again. Yeah. Mr. Lee, I'm sorry. I can't play no Hiveless up in here. Jen says, chessboard fake and planned. Yes, but can be entertaining. And these guys are getting real. Because they're dicking around. He's under investigation, so he jumped ship. Icon says, Jen Cactus Shack went through some shit in those overseas exhibition matches. Do what now? Old vid of Cruz and Matt Lauer resurfaced in Twitter. You talking about when he got all pissed off at Matt Lauer? What were they talking about? They were talking about, weren't they talking about medications for was it depression medications? And Tom Cruise got all pissed off. Rithus, why did you leave my Scientology department? How many hours watching Lockbeard? Huh? I'm not sure if that's a question or fucktard. One and only time I met you, Tom, when you lived here. What the hell? Matt Lauer, the womanizer. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Ruthless says, your adopted daughter's birthday at Hoyt's Cinema when Pokemon was private screened for her. What in the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? Ruthless, you are aware that probably isn't the real Tom Cruise, right? You can relax. You can relax. Like Tom Cruise is really going to drop in here. He should. He should. Hang out. See what's up. However, Tom Cruise, the real Tom Cruise, if you're watching, I'll just have to warn you. Ruthless really fucking hates Scientologists. Just fair warning. Tall ones singing karaoke. What? A lightning stunt? Is he just pulling some stunt? Yeah, Mr. Lee, I am not going to. I'm not going to play any of his stuff. Tall one says, just might. Joe Palooza. It's not the real Tom, Ruthless. You can relax. Stand down. Stand down, Ruthless. Tall one says, I saw that regarding Carrie accusing Zaskia of theft. I don't. It sounds familiar, but I don't really recall that. But that might have been kind of before Bigfoot Odyssey got on my radar. Chess says, Uncle Bones, all the money men are going away to the dinosaur like Cosby, Weinstein, Epstein. Oh, shit. Matt says, back folks, uploading next chapter tonight. Sorry, popping in and out. That's all right. Just a lot of bullshit going on up in here. Nothing of any great interest, I don't think. Ritalin. Yeah, it was. It was Ritalin. It was Ritalin. Yeah. Tom was very passionate about the Ritalin. Donald says, life, I agree. It's only 2 hours from me. Timmy Boy says, Brent, the Bigfoot brothers had a falling out. Yeah, sounds like that was like a long, long time ago, though. Do not encourage the fella. Yeah. Rick Shills, postpartum. Bound and determined to experience Whitehall, Donald. B. Lynn's here, or at least back. She says, Lockbeard, the link for your YouTube spreadsheet. Notice that the link is no longer available. Can you install it again? Are you serious? Like someone said it was working last live stream. But they might have used the link They might have used the link. I wonder if this is like an expiring thing. Like it keeps it regularly expiring. I'll stick it in the chat. And I don't know. Like I need it to work when in the description. But it seems like that's not working. It's real Tom Cruise. Difference is one has money. It's me, man, says Tom Cruise. He says it's him. It says it's him. Tom, you need to get some more celebrities in here, though. We need Hugh Jackman and shit. Why do I always forget that guy's name? The one I was making fun of with because Joe was saying Joe said he would not be embarrassed to hold hands in public with Hugh Jackman or that it, I hope that actor never sees my shit. He's gonna be like, this guy, I'm totally forgettable to this guy. He played in The Gladiator, and he played like a really smart mathematician in something. He's not the leanest of actors. I don't know. File not found. File not found. Brent says that was from years ago. I guess Kerry changed his mind. Lightning strike was BS. Like so much shit you'll find over in that particular place. Yeah. I'm supposed to be nice about that, but I'm just having a hard. Fuck. Ridley says, "Oh, you mean live jive turkey makes shit up?" It was real. Incident. I've been to the Bear Road incident site several times. Bear? You mean Adair? Life. I want to finally travel for personal reasons. Salem, Maine lobster, ready for it. Ruthless says, Lockie, check my Facebook page. I made a post with regard to this recent cruise at sea resurfacing. Yeah, there's a TV guide, folks. Hopefully that link works. B. Lynn says, Lockbeard, I found it. Sorry. Oh, did the link work out of the description of the video? Icon says, initially I sat through lightning strike videos when I studied at the National Weather Service. Dead tree drop every time. I've tried lobster twice, and both times I found it disappointing. I'm like, is this it? Is it that people? This is like a big fucking crawdad, and it doesn't really taste that great. It's like, why is this shit so expensive? It's a gigantic crawdad, and it doesn't really taste that great. I'd much more rather have scallops. Ruthless says, Mr. Lee, you should know better with flurfs. Yes. Fucking flurfs. I find it really hard to leave flurfs unslayed. They are They are a destructive force that has to be. You can only deal with that by destroying it. You're welcome, B. Lynn. I'm still working on finding. There's going to be some stuff in there that still needs updated, I'm sure. If anything, from the stuff I've gone through so far, if that's any indication, there's going to be some more stuff where the shows are not on anymore, or something's changed. Like Conflict Radio, I think, still on there, and they haven't had their live streams regularly lately. So I've reached out to them to see what the deal is. Is this just a temporary thing? Are they going to get back to their normal schedule? If they are, then I'll leave it there. But if they're not, Russell Crowe. Yeah, Russell fucking Crowe. Anyway, Tom Cruise, you need to get Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe to come up in here too, and then maybe they can comment about, what I said about Joe looking like the offspring of that would result from Hugh Jackman going balls deep into Russell Crowe with his claws out. Yeah, but I mean, I usually sit there and look at the damn things, but I've twice at Red Lobster I've had a lobster, and I just didn't find it that great. Yeah, Icon. I think I've been in Red Lobster once. Yeah, if I go in there, what I'm after is the all-you-can-eat shrimp. Because then I can just get grilled, shrimp skewers and shrimp scampi, and all I want. So it's just all I want of not breaded, just fucking shrimp, and they're really good. It's far better. I don't know why anyone would want a breaded fucking shrimp when they could have a fucking grilled shrimp skewer. It's way better. That fucking breading ruins it. Why the fuck anyone would want to eat it with breading on it? It's just, I don't understand. A Bear, A Beautiful Mind. Hugh Jackman. Oh shit. There he is. Welcome to the chat, Hugh Jackman. Icon says lobster is okay. Blue crab is by far better. Yeah, I was wanting to try and go down when the blue crabs or you can catch them. I haven't really been down there at the right time. Along the Gulf Coast and catch a bunch of blue crab. Just camp out on the fucking beach with a big pot and an ice chest with pounds of fucking butter in it, and just eat a bunch of blue crab and whatever else you can fish up. Stone crab. That looks good too. Mud bugs in Louisiana, they were awesome. I've never liked them. They always taste like they're just half dead, rotten, fucking. I don't find them appetizing at all. I know a lot of people love them, but I don't find them appetizing at all. Donald says bacon wrapped scallops blow any seafood away. I don't remember if I think I've had them bacon wrapped, but I like scallops just by themselves. Just cook them with some butter. That's the filet mignon of the goddamn sea, and it's better than regular filet mignon, as long as you do it right. You can fuck anything up though if you cook it too long. Or Chessboard says Lockbeard Lobster was fed to prisoners as a junk food years ago. I can see that. I can totally fucking see that. They have really done a great marketing campaign with lobster to make people think it's some kind of elite seafood to eat. I don't think it is. I don't want no goddamn lobster ever again. I tried it once. I think I was in my 20s, and I tried it once again. Oh, maybe 8 months ago, 9 months ago. And I don't know that I ever will try it again. I just found it just not, it was just seriously lacking. Seriously lacking. Bacon wrapped water chestnuts. 42 types, says tall ones. 42 types of, you must be doing the ketchup. If you're talking about the Bigfoot types. Yes, I saw 40, only 42, so it hasn't surpassed the genders yet. Tim Boy says, okay, guys, y'all been good. See y'all next time. See you later, Timmy Boy. Thanks for coming, man. Scallops, yeah. Peas out. Russell Crowe. I can get Russell Crowe on the show. Yeah, I don't know if Russell Crowe wants anything to do with us. Bacon wrapped chicken livers one Christmas. I thought they were chestnuts. Imagine my surprise. That might not have been half bad. Bacon wrapped chicken livers. There's Russell Crowe. Oh, shit. Got the half of Hollywood up in here. Welcome to the chat, Russell Crowe. Couldn't watch my tongue fast enough. Donald says, Tim Boy, where the hell are you going? You need to watch the whole show, damn it. Oh, I'm sure they will get it on the replay. Icon says, Hugh Jackman, did you sail here on Tugger? Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, everyone here, man. Everyone's here? Well, I don't know. Now you got to get all their ex-girlfriends. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We don't need a celebrity death match up in here. Lurking still. Oysters. Icon says, I ate so many blue crabs when I was in Bayou Country. I had sores in my mouth for a week. Went back the next year and did the same thing again like a retard. Well, you know, what you need to do is just never leave. And then if you eat them like every week, you'll keep those calluses built up. Tim Boy says, Lockbird, how dare you speak ill of crawdads? Sorry, Timmy Boy. Damn it. Hey, Timmy Boy, look at it this way. If I don't eat any crawdads, that's more for you. Ken Wheeler, I don't like, he calls all that stuff sea cockroaches, but I don't agree with that. I mean, I like shrimp, but I just don't. I mean, I can eat a lobster, but I don't see any reason to pay those crazy prices for them. Red Snapper, Mr. Lee. Life says the Acme Oyster House in New Orleans is where you want to go for oysters. Well worth a 18-hour drive alone. If he knocks gator meat too. I've never had gator meat. I don't think. I don't remember having it if I did. I mean, there was that one time I had missing time in the swamps, down there. I must have eaten something. I went totally feral. I don't remember. Okay, I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, I would try it. Fresh out of the ocean. It might be that, because both times it's been red lobster, right? Now I figure, well, they got these damn lobsters. They're alive in the tank, right? They're not giving me the dead one out of the freezer, are they? Or maybe they are. I don't know. But the ones I had I haven't found to be, they were good. I mean, they were fine, but it's just it wasn't that much meat for the money. That's for sure. Stay a while. I think I've eaten flounder a couple times. Actually, I mean, I don't know. I know I ate a lot of seafood down in Cancun, but it was a real blur. We were at a resort where it was all you can eat and all you can drink, and that shit got way out of control. I know I ate a lot of seafood. I don't remember anything specifically except maybe the conch. I remember eating conch, but the big snails. Screwing. I don't know. YouTube's screwy sometimes. Celebrity death match. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. This release says, Russell Crowe, I don't mean to be impolite, but have you considered keto? Yeah, he's a little thick. Jen says that was funny as fuck, icon. Celebrity death match. Danny says, I try not to eat bugs. If I lived in Bayou Country, I'd be fatter than Paul Prudhomme. Prude Home? I don't know who that is. Who is must be a large Paul Prud Home. See if I can find this elusive creature. He don't look like he's that large, is he?
Man, in New Orleans, we really are fortunate.
Okay, well, can we get the... That's about as good as the quality gets. Oh, well. See if I can bring up... We need a visual aid.
We got some of the best things in the world, and one of those things is a muffaletta sandwich. Now, if you've never heard of muffaletta, I wouldn't be surprised because I don't know of anywhere else they really make them besides New Orleans. And there's on Decatur Street, which is right next to the river, there's two stores that claim they originated. I don't know which one did, but I'll tell you, they're both absolutely wonderful.
There's your Paul Prudhomme. Timmy Boy says triple tail and grouper, best fish and king. I think I had grouper too down when I was in Cancun. I got my ex Nicole behind my back. Tom Cruise says, Russell, I know you were shagging my ex Nicole behind my back. Seriously, they're going to totally. Donald says, 11 2-pound lobsters are 1.5-pound lobsters, you mean, are the best. Them 8-pounders are rubbish. Life says red lobsters are too stressed from traveling. It's like meat. Adrenaline affects taste. And maybe that's the case. Catch blue crab in Chesapeake Bay and back fin meat was $2 a pound. It's now 80 or 90. Back fin meat? What the hell is that? Can though. Mess up everything in that tank. Pretty stout fella. Muffaletta. Oh God, the torture. I have no idea. I mean, I get some kind of taco thing or something. So, Raptor says, so who is the hacker putting all these extra channels on here there? I got to make sure I don't get jacked. You're not going to get jacked. Gripper. Cold Sweats. Rubens. Mr. Lee says, Raptor crazy. It's only me, knucklehead. Yeah, Mr. Lee is in a relationship with himself online or something. Tom Cruise is his man. That's why this exists. Yep. Let's get rid of Prud home. Get rid of him.
Yeah, now turn around and lay an egg on the glass.
Chessport says back fin meat is big lump crab meat from the back fins. Huh. Of a blue crab? Blue crabs don't seem like they're big enough to... Like, I look at these fucking things and I'm wondering if they're even worth it. The sandwich, I guess. Icon says, Mr. Pup says your dog is using foul language, Achaeos. Yeah. The dog probably is. She's barking at probably a coyote. So probably loosely translates as fuck off, you fucking bitches and bastards out there. You know, standard dog talk. Tin Boy says, okay, I'm really gone this time, guys. Y'all be good. Yeah, we need to stop this. We're coming up on 4 hours. What in the hell? Torture. Raptor says, have a good one, Timmy. See you on the next one. Life says, the dog is barking at Bigfoot doing somersaults in the field, Lockbeard. Well, I guess I may have a word with the Bigfoot. Stop annoying the dog, if that's the case. Chessboard says, I remember a picture of great-grandfather holding 12-foot king crab baseball bat-sized legs. Mark Dobman says, late as usual, so we'll catch everyone next time. All right, Mark. Thanks for dropping in anyway. Mr. Lee says, it might be. It's either her or one of her offspring. They're out here too. They're so tasty. You're missing everything, man, says Mr. Lee. As Mr. Lee always says, life says mine to Jen. When Arby's started selling them, I was hooked. Everybody going to say good day to Mark. No, Donald, I'm not doing 8 hours. Screw that. I am not doing that. Chessboard says Uncle Bones, king crab is very expensive here. We get snow crab legs at the casino for free. For free? Yeah, that's crazy. Mr. Lee says Mark Dubman, Russell Crowe was in the chat. Raptor says, Mr. Lee, that was you the whole time. How many channels do you have? Holy crap, I know some people can do about 50 to 60, but what? 50 to 60? Yeah, corned beef's good stuff, man. I don't have 0 likes, Mr. Lee. You just haven't refreshed. Well, this has gone on long enough. So I guess the conclusion is that either Jessica Jones is full of shit or she eats a special diet to give her remote viewing powers, and her diet is described as
So
such.
like a tasty teenage boy. So like a tasty teenage boy. So like a tasty teenage boy.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
No, Donald, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. But thank y'all for showing up. And I don't know when the next one will be. It'll for sure be normal Saturday time, but I don't know about for sure before that. Chicken wings away free, and now you need the gold card just to eat. Thank you, Mr. Lee. So see y'all later. Thanks for coming. Keep it real.